Hey guys, and welcome to a live playthrough session of the Gloomhaven Kickstarter reprint mini-campaign. We are going to be playing through this awesome mini-campaign together. I'm Alucard. Some people know me as Vinay. Most people know me as Alucard, though. We have Jason here.
Hello.
And Zakai.
Hey guys.
And you guys may see another guy here pretty often, Ralph, but he couldn't be with us here today.
Thank goodness.
But we're just super excited to jump into this mini campaign and play with you guys. Should be a lot of fun. Isaac has put the Kickstarter up today, starting at noons, and we've raised $850K is what somebody in chat just said.
Through the roof. Man.
Over
That's
$850K. Yeah.
Took 5 minutes to hit his goal.
Yeah, of $100,000.
Ridiculous.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy good.
Absolutely unbelievable.
Yep.
And while, you know, there's so much hype and everything around the game is like really, really good. Like, a lot of people get hyped up for games because of like the exciting plastic and whatever, but this is just like a really, really good game. It just hit number 10 on Board Game Geek today. And we've been playing through the main campaign, which is chock full of spoilers, so we're going to leave all of that out of there. We encourage anybody who's played through it not to mention anything about it in the chat. That would be very awesome of you guys. And we're just excited that Isaac has put together this community-driven thing. But there's no stretch goals in the game. I know some people have been in the campaign for Kickstarter. There's no stretch goals at all. I know some people have been asking about that. And that's because it's basically a complete game. Like, you don't really need anything else to play the game.
Look back at the first Kickstarter, and you can see all the stretch goals that they already met.
It's been stretched.
This is really just to get the game in the hands of more players, because so many people want it.
This is really about a reprint, and effectively it's a pre-order. I mean, it's going to cost you $99, but that's pretty darn good deal for hundreds and hundreds of hours of play. I'd say we're not even close to the halfway point.
No way.
And we've probably played a good 40, 50 hours at this point, maybe something like that. And which is
like
kind of
14,
insane.
15 scenarios at this point.
Yeah, we've played 16 play sessions of the game.
That's not close to half.
Yeah, we're not even close to half.
Not even
There's
close.
95 scenarios in the box, each
not
taking like
close.
2 to 3 hours a piece, maybe 4 hours at times.
For us.
For us, because we like kind of delving deep into this game. I mean, it's a very tactical kind of combat game mostly, but then it has a nice story woven into it with cool like road and city events, and then also each scenario has its own flavor too. So super excited. I see Mortai in the chat mentioning that he's at 52 plays, which is insane.
Nice.
That's a lot of game time. Selamu at 30, awesome. And again, this is a mini campaign, so he's going to be releasing these scenarios every 3 days. But what's interesting about this is it's kind of like a choose your own adventure thing, where Isaac is going to put a vote up, and he's already done that for this first scenario. And once we're done here, you guys will get a chance to go over to the Board Game Geek forums and vote for how you want the campaign to evolve. So it'll give you some options, and then you can vote individually. Like, I might vote differently than Zakai votes, than Jason votes. Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. But each of us can make our own decisions on how we want the campaign to go. And then in a couple days, he'll release a road event that we can all vote on as well. And then on the third day, he'll release the new scenario, which is going to be tailored to whatever everybody's voted for. So it's very much a community thing. We want this live stream to also be a community thing, so we want your participation. So, you know, if you have any suggestions about what we should do as characters, let us know. If you want us to play certain classes, let us know. If you have any questions about the game, if you're new to Gloomhaven, you don't know what's going on, you know, I'm going to do a brief kind of primer here, which explains a bit of the rules. Paul Grogan has done excellent gaming rules videos for this game, so definitely check those out. They're on the Kickstarter page. But we're happy to answer any and all questions you have about the game. So if you want to know how a certain class is being played, let us know. In that front, I've actually decided that over the course of the campaign, I'm going to be releasing some class overview videos that kind of deep dive into each of the 6 base character classes, which are the only classes that we're going to be playing in this campaign. So there's no spoilers involved. These are ones that are unlocked from the start. Again, we want this to be something that the larger community can participate in. We don't want to exclude anyone. We want you to feel welcome. So that's kind of the plan.
Except
Alright.
for excluding Ralph.
Except for excluding
we don't need it.
He excluded himself today by being out of town.
Yeah. So what's the big idea? On Kickstarter launch day, what was his company thinking?
Yeah.
Freaking strong.
Going to work.
Oh. Crazy.
But again, if you have any questions, let us know, because we know there are some people who haven't played the game yet or haven't even seen the game yet, and maybe you're on the fence on if you want to kickstart it. If you're on the fence between kickstarting and actually pre-ordering the game with like a third party, I would encourage you to kickstart it. The first time we did this Kickstarter, there were something like 25,000 unfulfilled pre-orders. So this is your chance to guarantee yourself a copy if you're on the fence between kickstarting and retail. So just kickstart it. That's the easiest way to guarantee yourself a copy. And I think the shipping rates are fairly reasonable around the world. The ones, if you're in the U.S., then
$0.
It's free, which is amazing. But I think in other places it can be as much as $20.
Yeah, I think that was the highest. 20,
Yeah.
25, which is not bad at all.
Right. So, again, kickstart the game if you want it. Don't get it retail.
Right.
Guarantee yourself a copy of the game. Don't go without it.
Yeah, it'll probably, as they're saying in chat, it's probably cheaper to kickstart it for $99 than whatever you're going to pay at retail.
Right.
Which is what, $130, $150, who knows?
Yep. So, and I do believe the release date of the reprint is coming around Gen Con time, so like the end of August, basically, is when things are going to ship to you. I'm not sure, but I mean, he wants to get it done in time for Gen Con, so if you're at Gen Con, which is an awesome convention here in the US, I know a few of us are going, you might be able to pick up your copy there, which is really exciting, so you might be able to actually get a copy if you... I don't know I don't know if that's true or not. Don't hold me to that, but I think he said he was shooting for it.
I don't know if I'd want to do. Then I'd have to fly home with this giant box.
That's true, but you have your copy of
But you have it, yes. I know that
you could play it there. You could play it
right then and there.
Yeah, exactly.
You could.
Yeah, you could play it with Isaac. Maybe he's there to just hand you your copy of the game,
would be
sign your
awesome.
copy of the game. I might take my copy to get it signed by him.
That would be really cool.
I know he'll be at Gen Con at the very least. So that's really exciting.
Nice.
So, I guess we'll just jump into things here, I suppose.
I mean, how much preview do you want to do? Should we just start setting up and we'll explain as we go? And
let me just do like a little brief overview about character creation and things, because at the start of the game, everybody's going to take control of a mercenary character. So this game is a fantasy cooperative dungeon crawl style adventure game, and there's very much a rich story involved, but then there's also a lot of tactical combat. Your character is going to level up and progress in their abilities and their items. You're going to acquire items over the course of the game, and then there's also a bunch of different ways of powering up your character, which makes each character really unique. And each character class that's available feels completely different, very unique. And there are 6 to start off with, but as you play through the game, you're going to unlock more and more of those character classes. And in the box, there's actually 11 sealed character boxes that kind of look like... maybe you can just show it on that camera there, but it looks kind of like that, and each of those are sealed. I mean, he's showing the Spellweaver, which is one of the ones that's available at the start, but there's a bunch of them that look exactly like that and are very tasty, apparently.
Man, I didn't think you saw them.
Yeah.
Good source of fiber.
So, when you create a character, you're going to have a bunch of things that come in this box. So let's take a look at what are all the things that you get when you create a character. I've got my human scoundrel here that I'll be playing for this session. So let's take a look. And here are the 6 base classes. We have miniatures for each of these classes, and those are things that are just coming right out of the box. You can actually order a standee set if you really want as an add-on. But I really like these miniatures. They're not painted to start. Jason has put a lot of work into painting all of these. So you can see here there's the Cragheart. It's kind of a rocky dude. There's the Tinkerer that Zakai will be playing today.
Yep.
Small Quattral Tinkerer. And we've got the Scoundrel, the human scoundrel here. The Brute, big beefy warrior dude. He's the Inox Brute, so it's kind of like a lizard-ish race. I don't really know what kind of race he is, but yeah. The Inox.
Let's
He's
go
an
with
Inox.
that.
I
He's
like
an
to view them
Inox.
as furry orcs.
Furry orcs.
They have like a little.
There you go.
But they're big and they're strong. You know.
We have
Bigger
the
horns.
Vermling Mind
Yeah,
Thief, which
definitely.
is kind of like the
They got
rat race.
Triple horns.
Triple
I do like
horns.
them.
Triple horns. Yeah.
Trident heads.
So we have the Mind Thief here, Vermling Mind Thief, and then we also have the Spellweaver, the Orchid Spellweaver, which are like maybe the closest thing I can think of to Orchid is like elves.
Yeah.
Because they like live for a long time.
They're like the.
But they're
better
made
than
of
you.
crystal.
But they're made of crystals, so they're very different than elves.
Yeah. Definitely a different flavor there.
The whole world is something you don't really expect in kind of a standard fantasy game. So it's exciting to see like what new things you discover as you're playing through it, because everything's just different than what
It's
you.
got its
yeah.
own lore. Identity.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what's in the box?
Right. So
What's in the box?
when
Yeah,
you
man. I want to know.
when you create a character, you're going to have a character sheet, similar to a RPG experience, basically. If you're playing D&D or whatever, you're going to have a character sheet, and that character sheet is going to have your class name, it's going to have your experience track here, and when you level up. So you can see here at level 1, we have 0 experience to start, but once we get 45 experience, we level up to level 2. And then there's some areas to note how much experience you have. There's some areas to note how much gold you've collected, which is awesome. Everybody's going to get to start with 30 gold, and there's going to be shops and things to buy from. So you're going to have a bunch of items that we'll look at in a little bit here, and we'll get to pick and choose what we want as long as we can afford it. And new items will get unlocked over the course of the campaign, which is always exciting when you get that new shiny piece of loot. And then there's a place to note all your items down here. And then, as you can see, there's like a bunch of different things over here on the right side, which are called perks. And whenever you level up, you can tick off a check mark next to each of these perks, and some of them have multiple check mark spots for you to mark down. And once you level up, you're going to check one of these. So the top one here says remove 2 -1 cards, and you're going to have this attack modifier deck, which has a bunch of different like +1s, -1s, zeros, things like that. You can see here it's probably upside down. But your character, when they make an attack, is going to be modified by this deck. And generally, you don't want things like -1s hurting you, so you can remove those from your deck of cards and level your character and power them up in that way too, which is a really awesome part of the game. Each class has their own unique set of perks, and again, as you level up, you're going to get more, but then there's another way in which you can get perks as well, which during a scenario, you're going to have a battle goal, and that's kind of like the mood of your character for that combat. And so, if we take a look at a couple of the battle goals here, here's one that says Pacifist, kill 3 or fewer monsters during the scenario. Here's another one that says Purist, use no items during the scenario. So, these grant 1 check mark or 2 check marks respectively, and that's the maximum you can get is 2 check marks. So once you have accomplished that at the end of the scenario, you're going to be granted a couple of check marks, and you're going to note them here on your character sheet. And once you accumulate 3 check marks, then you gain an additional perk. So you're going to be powering up your characters more with
every battle.
With every single scenario. Exactly.
Yep.
And hopefully you accomplish your goal. That's really the clincher. You got to make sure you accomplish your battle goal. And then there's also the requirements of the scenario. There's going to be a scenario goal, which is kind of overarching. And do you decide to greed for your battle goal, or do you decide to help the team with the overall scenario? That's part of the thing. Now, in the main campaign, you also get a personal quest for your character, which kind of guides your character in different ways. And it's really exciting because it's kind of your own little secret. The battle goals are also secret, but the personal quests are like your deep, dark secret. That's your motivation for your character existing in the world. And when you complete your personal quest, which might take 10, 15, 20 scenarios.
For some people, yeah.
Yep. Then you unlock some new content in the box. A new character class generally will be unlocked, and then your character will retire and be out of the game forever. They'll be gone. See ya. I mean, they're done with what they needed to do in this world. They're out of here.
Yep. You can't play them anymore. Rules state when you go to town, they peace out.
You cannot play that character anymore, but you could re-roll a character of the same class again, but they'd be a different person entirely. And but you're probably going to want to play one of the new shiny character classes you unlock. None of that unlock content is going to be in this mini campaign, but I wanted people to know that there's that excitement factor in the main campaign as well, because that's something really fun and unique about this game, is those personal quests.
There's 6 base classes and then 11 locked classes to start with. So there's so much, you just have no idea what it could be in this box.
Exactly.
You have to play to find out.
Yeah, those boxes they held up earlier, those, there are 11 of those that you can unlock and 6 to start. So it's pretty crazy. All right. The other thing you get with your character is this character playmat. It's going to look a little bit different for the reprint because these health and experience point trackers are going to be on a separate dial system. So you can see those on the Kickstarter page. They're little dials. It's going to be so much better than these little cutouts here where you put little pegs to mark your hit points and your experience here. But, as you gain experience, you're going to be moving your experience token up the track. As you lose health, then you're going to be moving your health down the track, and so on and so forth. So we're going to be using these to track our hit points and experience. They work fine, but I think, they can be a little finicky. Yeah. I know Zakai tends to like to put them this way because it's hard for...
Sometimes they just fall out.
Yeah, they just fall all over the place. But what's awesome is Isaac has realized this in the Kickstarter reprint. He's fixing all those things. He's fixing all of the things in the rule book and the scenario book. There's a fat scenario book that comes with the game as well, which is really exciting, which has all the 95 scenarios in it. And he's fixing everything so that those who get this reprint will have, a correct experience or whatever you want to call it.
Polished
the most polished version.
Of it.
Exactly. The latest version of everything is really what I should say.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's going to be really nice.
Yep. I'm looking forward to those dials. They look so good. They look so good. I'm definitely getting the upgrade pack for that. If those of you who already have the game, get the upgrade pack.
It's worth.
Yeah, it also comes with some cool solo scenarios, a nice book of solo scenarios and items corresponding to those solo scenarios as well. So that's pretty cool. All right. So your character is going to have this playmat, and then they're also going to have a pile of these character ability cards. This is the meat of the game. This is where your characters are the most unique, because each character class has very different character ability cards. Let's just take a look at a couple of these here. So you can see here for my Scoundrel class, this one has Quick Hands, Move 2, Attack 2 on the top side of the card, and then Loot 1 on the bottom side of the card. So when we're playing rounds of combat, everybody's going to play 2 cards face down, and then one of them is going to be the leading card. We like to designate that as the top card. So if I have this as my leading card, we flip it over. This number in the middle tells me an initiative of 60. So that's going to be my initiative for the round. Jason might have an initiative of 5, and Zakai's character might have an initiative of 85. Okay? And that means that Jason would go first, then I would go, and then Zakai would go. There's also going to be monsters as well,
Right.
and enemies that will act in certain orders, and there are cards for those enemies that will dictate their initiative as well.
Right.
And they'll fit into somewhere in that turn order.
And it gets interesting because you can't specifically tell your teammates what initiative you intend to go at. So it's a little bit secret to start. You also have no idea what initiative the monsters are going to roll with. So you have to make your decisions based on what you think you need to do, when you think you need to do it, and then do the best you can with whatever flips up top.
Right. And if you decide to go early on in the round and get up and beat on some enemies, then, you know, they're going to have a chance to react if you're all up in their face. They'll just be like, hey, what's up? And then beat on you. So you have to play carefully. If you go late, then you may not be able to kill them before they get their big attack off. You can think about it in different perspectives. So you have to plan accordingly. And you're going to see that us do a little bit of planning every round to try to figure out when each other can go. You're not allowed to discuss exact card names or initiative values or, you know, attacks or moves or whatever you're doing, but you can say generally what you're doing. Like, I'm going to go and kill that enemy. I'm going to go early on in the round. I'm going to go late in the round, or whatever. So you can kind of talk generally, but you can't say specifics. That's the rules of the game. If you do want to do perfect information share, you can bump up the difficulty of the game as well, but that's kind of a variant rule. So once you've determined your initiative values with your leading cards, then you flip over both cards, and once it's your turn, I mean, it'll go in turn order from lowest number to highest number. Once it's your turn, then you can execute the top ability of one card and the bottom ability of the other. It doesn't matter which card is your leading card for that purpose. You can choose either one. So once it becomes my turn, I can choose to do the top side of Quick Hands and the bottom side of Venom Shiv, or I can do the bottom side of Quick Hands and the top side of Venom Shiv, and I can do them in either order. I could do the top of Venom Shiv first, and then the bottom of Quick Hands. So there's a lot of flexibility in what your character can do, and you can kind of pick cards accordingly to make sure that you have options once it becomes your turn.
And if, for whatever reason, neither of those actions is good for you, you can always use the top portion of a card to perform a base attack, a base melee attack 2, and you can use the bottom portion of a card to do base movement 2, if that's your only option.
Right, exactly.
Or maybe it's your best option.
Yeah,
Who knows?
It might be your best
You always
option.
have the option to choose those.
Yes. And then you also have an opportunity to rest if instead of playing cards on your turn, you can rest. But we'll talk about that kind of as we're going through the game. It'll make a lot more sense because once you play your cards and execute their abilities, then they're discarded from play. Now, some cards are also lost from play. So let's take a look at a lost card. Here's an example of a lost card. It has a little X symbol in the lower right corner. That means it's lost and no longer available for the rest of this scenario. Now, there are some abilities that can recover lost cards that we might see today as well, but they're few and far between. They are few and far between. I think both of their classes can do that, which is really exciting.
Not at level 1.
Oh, not at level 1? Okay, just Jason's can do that. The Spellweaver OP.
MVP.
Yep. We'll see that later.
That's kind of the style of the Spellweaver. and
Great
we'll see.
great starting class. I highly recommend it.
Yeah. So when a card is lost,
If you're suicidal.
it's no longer available. And keep in mind that when you have a bunch of these cards, all of these cards are in your hand. There's no deck building. There's nothing of that sort. Based on what character you're playing, there's going to be a number here in the upper right corner that's going to denote how many cards you go into the scenario with. And so in the case of the Scoundrel, that's 9 cards. In the case of the Tinkerer, here's an example of the Tinkerer. You guys can see this guy has 12 cards and different hit point track as well. So all these characters are very different in how they play. And with me taking 9 cards into combat, if I lose a card, it's basically gone for the rest of the scenario. And if ever I'm out of cards and can't gain any back from resting, basically resting allows you to recover your cards, then you're exhausted and out of the scenario for the rest of that entire scenario. And your allies have to carry you on their back. So hopefully we won't see that coming, but these guys will probably end up carrying me. We know that. We know that's going to happen.
You spend all scenario looting, we might have to.
You're not wrong, but yeah, I'm a sneaky scoundrel after all. When in doubt, greed. That's my motto. So every
Lots
class
of doubt, then.
comes
Not when
with
it's
a number.
safe. When in doubt. Like, can people die? Nah, I'll just be greedy.
Well, if I doubt that you're alive, then I'll greed, right? Anyways.
Sounds good.
Every character class comes with a number of level 1 cards. So you can see at the top here, there's a number of level 1 cards equal to their hand size. But then there's also these interesting level X cards that are available from the start, and there are 3 of those. So once you enter a scenario, you can swap between your level 1 and X cards freely, and then once you do at the start of the scenario, then those are the cards you're bringing into combat with you. You can no longer change those out for the rest of the scenario. But once you go to the next scenario, you might pick completely different cards for yourself. And so those are things that we're going to be having to think about for this first scenario here in just a little bit. Now, also, when your character levels up and gets enough experience to level up, you're going to get 2 new ability cards, and you're going to get to choose one of them. So when we have some cool level up moments, we'll show you guys the decisions we're making, and we'll pick one of those cards, and those are permanently going to go into our pool of cards. And so those are going to be higher power cards that can blast things for more damage, or more utility cards that can help the team. Whatever they are, we'll see them, and we'll show them off.
Yep.
So the only other thing that a character class comes with, as I mentioned, is this attack modifier deck. And so every character starts with the same attack modifier deck. And it has a bunch of negative ones, it has a bunch of plus ones, a bunch of zeros. I believe there is 1 plus 2, there's 1 minus 2 as well. You can see those here. And then, of course, the dreaded crit fail, which makes you miss entirely.
Yep.
And then a critical success, which doubles your damage. So if we have a card, like, let's say, for example, the Venom Shiv here, this one says attack 3 and poison a target and gain 1 experience. So, on the top side. So if I decide to use the Venom Shiv, I'm going to be attacking for 3 damage on the enemy. This is a more deterministic combat, but where some randomness comes in is you're going to have this deck of attack modifier cards, and you're going to shuffle this up at the start of the game, and then you're going to draw one of them. Hey, look, a +1, so now I have done 3 damage, +1 is 4 damage to the enemy, and now I've poisoned it with the Venom Shiv ability as well, and then I've gained 1 experience for my character. So a lot of the experience gain is on the cards themselves, and then you gain some bonus experience once you complete a scenario as well.
Yep.
So that's basically how combat will work. So we'll say, I'm doing the Venom Shiv top side, it's an attack 3, and then we'll flip over our cards, and we'll see what modifies it. You know, if it's a crit fail, so be it, you do no damage. But what's interesting about the game is you still apply condition effects like poison and stun, and there's a bunch of different condition effects as well, and we can talk about what they do over the course of the game.
Yeah.
If you're moving around on the map, you know, something says move 5, you just move a number of hexes, up to that many hexes on the map, and you guys will see that happen. But otherwise, things should be pretty straightforward. You guys will see maybe some things like loot, which allows you to suck up a bunch of treasure around you. You guys might see retaliate, which lets you punch enemies back when they attack you. Things like that. you'll see a bunch of cool abilities appear over the course of the game, and we'll explain what they do and how they work. The monsters are also going to get a turn, and they're going to have their own deck of cards as well. So there are these cards. So if we have this guard enemy, then we're going to flip over a card for them, and it might say something like, guard, move +0, attack +0. Well, each enemy has its own, basically, ability. Character card, yeah.
Yeah.
Effectively. And you'll see here, if we have this Inox guard at level 1, then it has some stats. It has some hit points, and there's a left column and a right column for normal enemies and elite enemies. Normals are marked with white, and elites are marked with yellow. You can see those when we place them on the board, so you'll see that in good time. But they have a base movement value and a base attack value. Some enemies might have range as well, because, they're an archer or whatever. They're a gun,
some sort of caster.
They're a gun shooter, caster mage thing. Yeah. Some things might
We
have
see
guns.
those all the time. The gun shooter caster mages are very dangerous. Be careful.
I'm waiting to unlock that one as a playable class.
Can't wait.
That's why I'm mentioning it here.
Oh, the spoilers.
Yep.
I ruined the whole game.
Yeah, I have no idea if that exists or not. But hey, alright, so
Isaac's going to kill us.
you'll notice here that the card here says move +0, attack +0. So you'll just consult the card, and this guy has 2 move, so it'll be 2 + 0 is 2.
Yeah.
And then he has attack 3 if he's elite, 2 if he's normal, so it'll just be attack, whatever that attack value is, +0. So it's pretty straightforward, and the enemies are basically going to move in their initiative order. You can see there's an initiative on this card of 50, and these enemies are just going to act accordingly, and they basically move towards the closest target, and they try to make an attack against them. That's pretty much how their AI works. But there are a couple side scenarios where we might see some interesting things come up. All right.
Okay.
So I think with that, we're just going to jump right into the scenario. I just wanted to kind of give an overview of how the game plays generally, and then you guys can really see it in action here. And if you have any questions, please ask. We want this to be a community thing. If you have any suggestions, let us know, and we will answer them to the best of our abilities. So let's switch over to our main board here and read through what's happening in this campaign.
All right, start us off.
Let's jump into it. This is called Into the Unknown, this mini-campaign. Welcome to the community-driven mini-campaign for the Gloomhaven reprint Kickstarter. Over the course of a month, these pages will grow to contain 10 all-new scenarios where the community dictates the story. Sound exciting?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Here's how you play. This mini-campaign is completely separate from the campaign that comes in the Gloomhaven box. Right off the bat, this means you can't do anything related to the campaign while playing this campaign. This includes road and city events, donating to the temple, or unlocking pretty much anything. You don't want spoilers.
That's fine.
Understandable.
We'll go base classes.
You cannot make progress toward personal quests while undertaking these adventures. In fact, it is highly recommended that you create brand new level 1 characters to experience this campaign, which is what we're going to do. They can be of any of the starting 6 classes or any other advanced class you have already unlocked, but they should be level 1, fresh, aimless mercenaries. Since we're doing a live stream, we're not going to do any of the unlocked characters. It makes sense.
Yep.
We don't want to spoil anything. It is also recommended that you only use items 001 through 014 when you start the campaign. Every 3 scenarios played, the next level of prosperity items will become available for purchase. So items 015, basically 15 through 21, when scenario 3 is finished, items 22 through 28 when scenario 6 is finished, and finally items 29 through 35 when scenario 9 is finished. So we're going to get a bunch of new items as we continue playing through this campaign. Your level 1 characters will progress normally as you play through the scenarios, gaining experience, collecting loot, and gaining check marks from battle goals. They may not necessarily be interacting with the town in between scenarios, but they are always allowed to level up in between if they have enough experience. Have fun! So that's a cool little primer from Isaac Childers, the designer of Gloomhaven. And now for our first scenario.
All right.
It's called Just Another Night. The requirements to play this scenario are none.
That's a relief.
Yes. The requirements of this scenario are actually not none. The requirements of this scenario is for everyone to get hype about Gloomhaven. Yeah, there we go. Now we have some requirements.
There we go.
All right.
Requirement met.
Requirement met. Okay, our goal for this scenario is to kill a number of enemies equal to 3 times the number of players. So there are 3 of us. That will be 9. We made it.
Yep, we're good.
All right.
Checks out.
Introduction. The evening started off simply enough with you having nothing better to do but join the rest of the cast-offs of society in the Sleeping Lion. Being a mercenary can sometimes be exciting, but mostly it's just boring. That's what strong drink is for. It's not wrong. The basic truth. The basic truth is that there is nothing else to do with your life. You're powerful. You can handle yourself in a fight. You know that much. And so you came to Gloomhaven looking for sporadic work guarding trade caravans and loading cargo ships. So far, however, the most action you've seen has been in this run-down tavern. Pretty much every night, some disagreement between patrons turns bloody, and suddenly you're not bored anymore. Turns out tonight is no different. Some Inox bumps into a man's drink, and it turns out the man isn't too friendly toward Inox. Then wouldn't you know, the Inox isn't too friendly toward humans who aren't too friendly toward Inox. Things naturally devolve from there. The next thing you know, chairs are flying across the room, and no one even remembers how the fight began. It's every mercenary for themselves, and that boredom isn't going to alleviate itself. Special rules. Characters must start on a starting hex adjacent to a monster. Each monster on the board is an enemy to you, and an enemy to every other monster on the board.
What?
Bandits and Inox will share monster ability cards with all bandit guards acting before Inox guards in the initiative order, and all bandit archers acting before all Inox archers in the initiative order. Only character kills or character summon kills count toward the goal. The scenario is lost if there are ever not enough enemies on the board to fulfill the goal condition.
Okay, so these guys might kill themselves, and then we get screwed.
We have to kill it.
Right. So someone started this fight, but we are going to end it.
We are going to put an end to this.
Finish this.
Because we're bored.
So bored.
Good old-fashioned bar brawl, free-for-all hype. So does that mean we're fighting each other?
No.
Because that would be pretty funny.
It just said the enemies are enemies to them, to each other. They're not.
Exactly. We're not enemies
we're
each other.
buds.
As much as we want to be.
All good.
As much as we want to be. As much as I want to steal all your stuff.
Scoundrel over here.
Yep.
Yeah, not too trustworthy.
What's new? Alright, so let's set up this scenario. You can see, we can put it briefly on the stream, but there's like a scenario information page here that shows you the scenario, tells you the story, tells you the rules, and then there's of course the setup. So we're going to get things set up here.
Okay.
So I'm going to hand you this.
Got it.
Question, are we buying items? Or...
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So before we start the
I need
scenario,
weapons to kill these people.
before we start the scenario, we actually do get a chance to buy from town. I forgot about that step. And we need to make sure we're creating all our characters. I mean, we've already kind of decided ahead of time. So Jason
we can do a recap.
is playing the Orchid Spellweaver.
Yes, the Orchid Spellweaver.
And your name is?
Straya.
Straya.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
And Zakai is playing?
I'm going to be playing Desi, the Quattrel Tinkerer.
Yep. So let me see your Spellweaver and Tinkerer cards, so we can just show them off here briefly. Let's just do that, so everybody can see the characters themselves.
You can maybe just lay out the
Got the Orchid Spellweaver here. And we saw the miniature earlier, but Jason's done an awesome job of painting these.
The first one was the first one to paint, so it's got the roughest job.
The first one was
Not-
the first one?
Yeah,
the first
not-
one.
But was
Not
the
the
first
second
one
one,
the
the
first
second
one?
one, and it wasn't the last one certainly.
Oh,
it was
okay.
definitely the
It
first
was the first one. Gotcha.
But definitely the roughest job on the first one. So don't
it's
judge me too
still
harshly
really
on that
good.
one. Yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I like it, regardless if he doesn't.
Thank
Right.
you, Zakai.
So there is the Spellweaver. Zakai is playing the
Lay out
Quattral
the-
Tinkerer here.
But we're not going to set up the board until we buy him.
Medium weight.
Small guy
Oh.
here.
If you want to put out the
I mean, Vinay, I assume we're not showing the stream the items. We're just gonna.
Well,
Or
we
should we-
should
should
we'll
we
show
lay
them
it
what
out
we
the
buy,
shop?
basically.
We'll show them
we
you,
don't
can
have
you can lay out the shop here.
We can, okay.
Yeah. And so Zakai will be playing this Tinkerer.
Yep.
He's
So
got
many
all
cards.
sorts of contraptions and
So many cards.
fun abilities. A lot of utility in the Tinkerer class. The Spellweaver is basically your classic mage. Tinkerer is the utility guy. He has heals. He has things that can blast your opponents for lots of
Got some
damage.
heavy
this-
single
this-
Little
target.
traps and
This scenario
Some-
doesn't sound like heals are important, so I might be siding some of those out.
well, we'll see.
We'll see.
But here's the Tinkerer. And then finally, I mean, you've seen it, but I am playing the Human Scoundrel, which is all about mobility, positioning, and gaining loot.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Best,
Above
best for last.
Above all else, again, when in doubt,
Gimme,
greed.
gimme.
When in doubt, greed. Say it with me, chat.
Okay.
When in doubt, greed.
Don't listen to him.
Don't say it with
Don't
me.
encourage this.
Please.
This hurts us.
A lot more than anyone else, so
Yeah.
please don't encourage him.
He's like asking for permission to like wreck us. It's like it's fine.
He listens to chat a lot more than he listens to us.
It's like we're playing with Twitch.
Sometimes.
I mean, do you guys know what you want?
I want goggles.
I want goggles.
Okay, maybe we just show off the items that we buy, because there's a lot of items out there. I mean, he set them all out here. It's a little bit of glare, so
We can kind of just, as an overview, I mean, we see there are items fall into different slots. There's head items, body items, hand items, feet items. So there's options for all those different slots. There's also small items, and you can hold more small items as you level up. So we have some minor potions for healing or getting cards back, a couple of armors to reduce some incoming damage, and a handful of interesting weapons and head items to modify your attacks in different ways, like adding poison or adding a stun. But because this is a combat-focused scenario where we need to kill these guys before they kill themselves.
yep.
It sounds like Jason and I want to focus on getting some damage. So we are eyeing those goggles.
Eagle
Eye goggles way over
Vertigo.
here.
During your attack, gain advantage on the entire attack action.
And what advantage means is when you draw from your attack modifier deck, you draw 2 cards instead of 1, and you pick the best
Yep.
option for yourself. So that's pretty awesome.
And
We'll show them off here on the
Yeah.
stream so you guys can see what they look like. And there's 2 copies of these, so I won't be able to get one.
Right, because when you roll a new
That's
character, you start with 1 plus your character level times 15 in gold. So for level 1, we get 1 plus 1 times 15, so 30 to start. So we're going to spend all of our money on some fancy eyewear. But it should be really handy in this scenario.
So, for those of you who know the stream and our main campaign, we've decided to play the same characters that we started off with, so we have some familiarity and we can move through this scenario fairly quickly. But our intention for future scenarios is we're going to mix up the characters. So, starting at the next session, you guys are going to potentially see a whole different party of people. So, get excited for that. And at the end of this session, I'm even going to call a vote for you guys to vote between a couple options for what I should play next time. So hopefully that's exciting for you guys. and hopefully we can throw some new characters in there for you next time too. All right, so they are each buying these goggles.
Delicious goggles.
Delicious goggles.
Oh, do we need to sleeve them? If they're going back to the shop?
Oh, I guess that's
We
fine.
probably don't have to.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Got
And-
the goggles.
For myself, I think I am going to go for a minor stamina potion.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get some poison action in here, maybe, with the poison
Interesting.
dagger. Or
Again,
maybe I could get an invisibility cloak.
damage is a big focus this time around, so poison can help us deal more. For those who don't know, an enemy that's poisoned takes 1 additional damage every time they're attacked. So if he can get some poisons on some targets and then we gang up on them, that's going to deal a bunch of additional damage to it. But if you're going to be kind of running around, maybe the invisibility can keep you alive.
Yeah, or even the leather armor could be good. But
There's
I'm
also
kind of...
heater shield, just to
Yeah.
block.
Yeah,
Could
I
do
might
that.
just go Cloak of Invisibility. I think that's probably good for protecting my character.
All right,
And so
seems good.
what this does is basically during my turn I gain invisible, which is a condition that allows me to basically not be seen by any enemies. They won't attack me, they won't move towards me.
I'll be right back.
Sure. And there's actually a card in my deck that combos with being invisible. So this could be pretty big for me as well. So I'm going to go with the Cloak of Invisibility. I think it'll help me hide when I don't want to take damage or when I want to set up for some big combos. So that's going to be our purchases before we jump into combat.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Okay, I'll let you finish.
Just let me get the cards off. There we go.
There we go. So let's start setting up
Yes.
our scenario here.
Any of those?
Yes, absolutely. That would be awesome. Help out there.
Inox guards.
We have
4. Looks like 4 in the corners.
2 elite Inox guards, 2 normal Inox guards, and then I guess I can work on the archers.
Is there any terrain?
Yes,
There are
there are some tables.
cabinets, barrels, and tables.
I'll work on those.
Here,
Oh,
Yeah. So we're gonna do
Nice.
just a little bit of setup here, guys, and then we'll show you all the
Some
enemies
standees.
we're dealing with.
I assume they're all normal.
No.
No, it says what they are.
Does it?
Yeah, the yellow ones are elites.
Okay.
And then the white.
A lot of the
ones
stuff
are
on the
normals.
left
Some
side are
standees.
elites.
Yeah, there's some big enemies in this room. We picked. There's someone picked a
But
fight.
remember, we are playing 3 players, so look at the upper right corner of
So the black ones
of
don't
each
get
of the
placed.
enemies. Yeah, and the black ones do not get placed. So it looks like we have a lot of elites and not many normals.
Okay, so they won't.
A lot of elite enemies in this bar,
Oh,
in this inn.
we got some benches.
All right. So
Remember, this is actually the far side.
I only see 2 Inox
What?
archers.
It's actually like this.
Oh, is it?
I mean, just based on the moss.
Okay.
I only see 2 of these guys. And
Oh, there's a garden bedside.
if we look at one of these enemies, as we showed before, it shows you their stats, but it also has a number here in the upper left corner, and you'll notice that there's 4 sides to these cards. Based on what levels your characters are, the enemies will scale up, and the game is really cleverly designed in that things will scale up based on what levels you are, and the difficulty scales pretty well. Like, everything is very challenging as we've been leveling up in our main campaign. I would say.
I only care about the top right, not the top left.
Just the top right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so we're going to, basically the way you calculate it is you average all of your levels. We're all level 1, so our average is 1. Then you divide by 2, which in this case is 0.5, and then you round up, which is 1. So our scenario level is 1, so we use the 1 side. And then there's these cool sleeves that you slip these enemies into that shows you only the enemy that you're dealing with. It's a pretty cool way of doing it. So if we look at these Inox archers, they have 6 health, 8 health respectively for normal and elite. The normal's on the left, elite's on the right. 2 and 2 movement, 2 and 3 attack, 3 and 4 range respectively. I mean, they are archers after all, they gotta have some range. If we look at the guards, they have 8 and 10 health. And you'll notice there's even ability here for the elite guards. They retaliate 2, so if you hit them, they automatically do 2 damage to you if you hit them at melee. If you do ranged attack, then you're good. You don't take any damage back. 2 and 2 movement, 2 and 3 attack, no range. But again, remember, what they do is dictated by these cards here. And so when we flip them over, there could even be a ranged attack on some of these cards. And it could say, this enemy doesn't attack with range, and it'll tell you what range it has. So, we'll see how that goes for us.
I think that's all the terrain.
Perfect.
This is all one room, though, I believe.
Yes.
So
Yeah, Retaliate's pretty brutal, Selemu.
cover up this floor, I guess.
We do have the Inox Shaman here with 6 health and 9 health respectively, 1 and 2 movement respectively, 2 and 3 attack, and 3 and 3 range. So these guys are going to be casting their, I don't know, magical spells at us at range and blasting us, I'm sure. Pretty scary. But again, they're going to be hitting each other too. So that's going to be at least one positive in this scenario.
Hopefully more them than us.
Yep.
We'll see.
Yep. Alright, let's continue down the line here. We have some bandit archers with 5 health and 7 health respectively, 2 and 2 movement respectively, 2 and 3 attack, 4 and 5 range. So more archers. They can snipe you at a pretty long range. Could be pretty brutal. They may be things that we prioritize depending. They do have a little bit lower health, which is nice. We'll see how they beat us up, or if we can beat them up quick enough. Take them out before they snipe us. And then finally, we do have the bandit guards, which have 6 and 9 health respectively, 3 and 2 move. So the elites actually have lower movement, and then 2 and 3 attack. So the elites hit harder, but they also have a shield 1. So those elites are going to be a little tankier. Basically, whenever you do an attack, the enemies that have shield will absorb an amount of attack equal to the shield value. So if you hit for 4 and they have shield 1, then you'll do 3 damage.
Yeah.
And there are characters that have piercing abilities that can get through that shield as well. So a lot of little intricacies in the game that can help you get ahead if you got that pierce ability or whatever.
Do you want us to be keeping track of those guys over here?
Yeah, let's put a few of those over there. I can keep some, or if you want, you can take them all. But
Whatever's easier.
because I might be showing off some things on camera, so.
That's fine. Damage over here.
What's also nice about those sleeves is you can keep track of the enemy health right on the sleeves, which is really awesome. I like that design as well. I believe that was someone from the first Kickstarter that suggested that, which is really cool. So if you guys have any suggestions for Isaac and how to improve the game, I think he has polished off a lot of stuff for this reprint. If you guys have any more things, he listens to feedback. Definitely drop him a line.
Yeah, I know these sleeves were one of the stretch goals on the original Kickstarter. I think they're one of the best additions. I mean, outside of like new classes and things like that.
Right.
But in terms of like making the game easier to play, it's really, really nice to keep track of which enemy is which. You might have a whole bunch of Inox archers. This is a really easy way to just keep track of who you've been attacking and who has not been wailed on yet.
Hey, Hefus, you can't watch this. You just backed the Kickstarter. These are scenarios that are non-spoiler, Hefus, so feel free to watch them. And
stick around, man.
Isaac encourages you to watch them because there's going to be a community votes around these scenarios, and you'll be able to vote on the outcome of how this mini campaign is going. This is very separate from the main campaign. There are no spoilers here whatsoever. I want to stress that. No spoilers.
I think Inox Archers.
I think we're going
Still
to
need to be
try to
closed.
do this, but
I mean, I can still see the numbers.
just so that people can see what things are. You guys got
We'll figure it
everything?
out.
You guys
we
did an
need-
awesome
we
job
need
setting
Inox
up.
Archers still.
I know.
There's more enemies?
I have them here. We just need an normal and an elite.
Okay.
There's a lot of enemies.
Yeah, I was... Well, I'm glad they're fighting each other.
We are playing the mini campaign, Heroic Logic. There are no spoilers on this stream for the next month until the campaign is over. Then we're gonna resume our main campaign on stream. Those will have spoilers, so don't watch them if you're planning on playing this. I mean, you're welcome to join us and watch through it if you don't mind the spoilers, or if you just want to enjoy the ride. We have all of our playthrough of our main campaign up on YouTube, all 40 hours of it or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And
I think this is right. I mean,
that is 8 elites on the board. Holy smokes.
Really?
That is a lot of elite
I
enemies.
mean, double check.
Yeah, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good God. We're going to be dead soon.
7?
I see 8. There's
8,
like
yeah,
5
8.
from the middle down, and then 3
And
at the top,
then
from my perspective.
only 4 normals? Yeah.
Only 4 normals, yeah. No, 3 normals.
I messed
No.
up.
Oh no, 4
There's
normals.
4.
You're right, you're right.
No, we have 4 down.
Yeah, you're good. Perfect.
Dang, okay. A lot of folks
This
here.
is going to be pretty tough.
A lot
Oh
of
my goodness.
folks. But so enemies in this scenario will focus simply the nearest target based on initiative.
Right.
So we might be able to avoid a lot of damage by kind of dancing around and by positioning ourselves well.
Heck, we could like push enemies into other enemies and force them to attack each other.
All right, dibs, empty corner.
I don't think you can
I don't
start
think you
there.
can start there.
It says you must start next to an enemy.
Yeah, so this one empty corner, which
Yeah.
would be full of enemies if we were playing 4-person, is empty, so we're not allowed to start there.
That's kind of the benefit of
Fun.
going down to 3 players. I mean, the
Fun.
game scales based on the number of players, which is great design. And the diagram shows you what exists and doesn't exist based on the player count.
Yeah.
It's so tightly
So it looks
packed.
like someone's going to be way over here by themselves, and then 2 of us are going to be on the other side of the room. Oh.
I'm just checking chat.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so Hailstorm,
Yep.
awesome to see that you just backed the game. Yeah, Isaac is on top of the reprint, man. It's coming later this year. It'll be in your hands soon enough. But this cool mini campaign should tide us over for the next month. So you can come by, hang out, watch it played, or you can play it yourself on Tabletop Simulator as well if you want. You can download Tabletop Simulator, and Isaac's posting all of the scenarios up there, and you can try your hand at some of these as well. So pretty exciting. Also, there's another live streamer out there, Michael Bennett, who you should definitely check out too. He's doing kind of the earlier in the day. He's in European time zone, so he's doing a live playthrough of this as well on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
Will we have a 4th in future scenarios, or is it a group for the whole mini campaign? Great question, Foretold. So there's 4 people in our main campaign group. Ralph, who is not with us today, is
Really
out
call
of
him a
town.
person.
More of a troll-esque character.
Troll-esque character. I think that's me, actually.
Yeah, both
but
of you.
All right.
but anyways, Ralph is out of town, so normally he is with us. But we want to showcase different player counts as well, so we may actually go down to 2 players at times, or even do a solo playthrough just to showcase the game in different ways. But a lot of it is based on our schedule and availability, since there's 4 people's schedules to manage. There's going to be at least 3 people here most of the time, and then I think in a couple, Zakai is going to be unavailable for the next 2 sessions.
Yeah.
But then after that, I think we're going to be 4 players for a while.
Yeah.
And then we may have a couple other conflicts later on in the month. But for the most part, you're going to get a cool experience, no matter how many players you have.
Yeah. That's the cool thing about the game is that flexible to number of players and like the level of the players of the characters that you're playing. So no matter what configuration you see us in, the game is going to mold itself to match and keep it challenging and engaging.
Exactly.
So it doesn't really matter how many of us show up. as long as one of us is here to actually play, should be fine.
I kind of live here, so I think I think it'll work out.
You might be around.
I might be around most of the time. So.
Maybe. So, all right, looks like the board is set up.
Starting
And if you guys are interested in our future playthroughs, which you should be, because this is an awesome mini campaign that Isaac's doing, which is kind of like a community thing. So we want to bring the community together to participate in this whole campaign, because you won't be able to participate when it's over. He's creating these on the fly. He's creating these in real time. So you're going to want to be here, or watching Michael Bennett, or playing through them yourself. So, if you don't have a way to play it, come by. We're happy to have you. Ask questions, and we're happy to answer them to the best of our abilities.
All right, so we got to figure out our decks.
Yes.
So we have our level 1 cards and we have our level X cards.
Done.
So any modifications we want to make, now is the time. I thought I knew what I was going to do, but now I'm eyeing my proximity mine card.
Ooh.
With such a tight cluster of enemies,
If 4 people die, we lose. I think.
it might be a good way to blow someone up really quick.
Die not to us. Not by
Oh,
us.
gotcha.
Sorry.
No, I'm with you. I'm tracking.
I'm thinking about trying that one out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to make some tough calls here.
Yeah.
There's so many enemies that I feel like if you're in the wrong place, you're just gonna get wailed on.
Yeah, I'll bring some healing too.
Oh, Hero Quest was an awesome game. I grew up with Hero Quest. Still have my copy at home. I guess at my parents' home.
Right.
Ooh, this could be good. We're definitely taking that one with us.
That one.
So I'll leave, ride the wind.
We also get battle goals, which
Oh,
are
yes.
important as well, and they can influence our decision here.
Yeah, dictate our decision.
Dictates. Some of our ability cards can help us out for some of these battle goals, and you're allowed to know what your battle goal is before you jump in. So we'll definitely be exercising the right to look at these. All right, and you basically get 2 of these battle goals, and you can choose one. I'll show mine on the stream. Maybe you guys look away or look at your battle goals while
There
I'm doing
appears
it.
to not be a treasure chest on you. Sadly enough, sad scoundrel.
Makes me super sad. What is there to really do here?
Wait, what if you get loot a treasure chest, disarm a trap?
Then you shouldn't take those
But
at
if you get
all. Oh, rest in peace.
Rip, yeah.
I guess.
Rip checks.
Rip check marks.
Oh well.
Yep. There's no door to open. I think that's
Yeah.
True,
enough
yeah.
of
That's
that, too.
one.
Maybe we just remove those if we come across them. I don't know.
Yeah. If there's something.
Doesn't
If you,
seem
get
like not an
if you get
option.
completely hosed,
Yeah.
then we'll deal with it.
Yeah.
How about that? Did you
No.
Oh, I did.
actually completely?
Both of them?
Well, not both of them.
Can you do the other one?
I I can.
Not with that attitude.
I guess I got to go for it because I can't do the other one.
I think that's fine.
We'll see what
Sometimes that happens in our main campaign.
Yeah,
so-
sometimes it's just tricky.
So I gotta
It'll be
wonder, are
tricky.
these if I switch characters, are my check marks transferring over? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, they will.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
just
that's
sort
the
of
way to do
pass
it.
it around.
I think that's the way we do
I don't
it.
know if I should agree.
Should always greed.
All right, I heard it.
All right. There.
So here are my
Some
options, guys. I'll let you read them
Oh.
to yourselves. But these are some interesting ones.
All right.
Try not to mention them in the chat, otherwise these guys will see it. But here's option A. I'm going to put it prominently on the screen. And here's option B. And I'm going to put that now on the screen. So you guys can read through those and make your decision. Hopefully you can read it fine. And Jason's reading it right now.
Cheater.
Oh, I was just reading chat. Unless they're telling me it in chat. Clearly they want B. No
So
votes for
far
A.
I see B's.
No votes for A. I was just reading what Mortai got for his. Every turn has to be monsters.
Mortai knows.
Super free.
Mortai playtested this game. He knows. And made a cool, awesome
Yeah.
scenario. It's like Chris votes right. See some B's floating in.
Lot
Man.
of
I think
B.
it's only B, dude. Right?
B, there's
oh, there's
one
an A.
A.
There's an A.
Dave Sang
The
goes
troll
for the
vote.
troll vote.
Not
I
even
it.
like serious.
Dude, troll is fine.
Troll.
I can appreciate troll.
Yeah, guys, let's remember we're trying to pick the most difficult one for him to complete. Remember that. What would hose him the most?
I think both are actually
Terrible.
very difficult.
Oh, no. Dang.
Some of you vote C. I like it. All right, so it looks like B is what everybody is going for here. I think B
All
wins
right.
the day.
There's
Only
mo-
a single vote for A.
There are more votes for C than there are for A. Thank you, chat.
Beautiful.
All right,
I expect nothing less.
so
Helpful as always.
these are the ones you're not using. Let's put those away.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna die.
And this is what we've
So-
selected together, chat.
All right, there's all
Awesome.
sorts of
I
stuff.
like it.
There's so many enemy types. I can't keep track of all this stuff.
For real, right? When I was setting it up, it was like ridiculous.
I guess the Inox are the big ones. And the bandits are the smaller ones. That might help a little.
You can see the art.
Yeah. I'm gonna put all the bandits on the same level and all the Inox
Sure,
on the level.
that makes sense. They're 3 Ionox.
Yeah. Put the guards with the guards, archers with the archers.
It's a decent call.
And then Shaman will be way over here, doing his own thing. How many Shamans are even on the board?
I think there's only one, I want to say. I think it's this guy.
Just him?
I think it's just him.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Just
like.
the one right in the middle.
Right smack in the
Right
middle.
where he could be the most annoying.
Basically.
Seems good.
Yeah. Oh,
Alright,
man.
well, I think I'm good with my deck. I'm just going to swap out one of my cards. Can I go ahead and talk a little bit about what I was deciding, or?
If you like, I mean, I think
Or
we'll
does it
see
not
the
really
cards.
matter?
I think we'll see the cards if
Alright.
they're played.
Well,
and we'll show them off.
All right, I swapped one of my level ones for a level X. I'm also using a card I actually never used when we did our main campaign. I always
good.
sided it out.
That's fun.
Because I didn't really see its potential, but in this situation where things are so tightly packed, I think it could be really strong. So we're gonna see. We'll see if I can successfully blow up some enemies with it.
And I've traded out 2 of my level 1 cards with level X cards, so I'm going
Nice.
a little more all in on some fun strategies here.
Seems good. So we also need to figure out our starting positions.
Shaman is the barkeep.
Maybe he's
Curses a lot and drinks.
He's the one with all the barrels.
Curses a lot. I like that. Oh, curse is a status effect in the game.
I just got it. That was good.
I was wondering why there was no laughter over it.
It was.
It was over your head.
Yeah. Moving on.
All right. We'll
So-
also shuffle and set up these enemy decks down here so you guys can see what's going on. So here are the shamans.
Okay.
Toss the archers in here as well. Finally, the guards.
Yeah. So it looks like our starting options are here, here, and here. You're near. You have enemies on either side, no matter where you start.
Let me start by 2 melees.
You have some great mobility. Do you want to be over here all by yourself?
As long as I'm by 2 melees.
I'm gonna be over by the normals. That's my vote. But I also think that it makes sense for me to be on the side closer to
Okay with
an
your
ally, because I do have the most support options.
It's also good for me to be close to, on a closer side to an ally because I have
Adjacency.
a lot of abilities that interact with adjacency to enemies. So, speaking of which, that makes me want to change my ability again.
So what you're saying is you need more allies on the board, huh?
Oh god.
More useful
Oh
allies.
no.
On the board all the time.
I sense pain, people.
Wait. Should I bring my ally?
It's already in the deck, man. It's already happening. I'm just letting
I think
you,
my ally's
giving
gonna
you a
get
heads
bumped
up.
turn 1
Giving me a heads up, dude.
I don't know if he's not necessarily turn 1, but he'll show up. We'll see him.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
See, what
right
the heck
now.
am I doing? If
So
I'm
what-
in this position, I'm gonna get blown up.
But I'm gonna come join
This
you
is bad.
immediately.
What side do you want?
Yeah.
That means I should probably take. I think I'm actually gonna only replace one of my level 1s with X's just to help support you more.
Because this guard in the corner is gonna do nothing but destroy me. Maybe I run to you. That's another option.
I mean, I have really good mobility, so
that is true.
I don't think
We could
you
meet,
need to run to me.
We could meet in the middle. Is another
Kill
option.
that archer in the middle. This guy
Yeah.
here. I mean, I could also come help you slaughter these.
But
guys.
once we're away from some of these enemies, they're gonna start targeting each other.
Yeah.
And just for me, because I'm ranged, being in the middle gives me more attack options. When I'm stuck in the corner like this, there's very few things I can target.
Sure.
So I'm thinking if I even move 2,
I understand why Morthai wanted us to play those classes.
I might be able to get out of here.
They're bar
Oh.
classes.
I understand.
I know.
understand.
I know. I'm
Let's-
just like,
Yeah.
I'm
Putting
getting
it
it.
together.
Putting 2 and 2.
I'm in the tavern drinking, you know?
All right. So our first round of the scenario begins. Everybody's chosen all their cards, right?
Yeah, we have our decks.
Yes.
Okay, and we have our positioning. I'm the scoundrel here. We have, and I'm Arisa, the scoundrel. We have Desi, the tinkerer here, and Straya, the spellweaver, in the corner right there. There's a bunch of brutes and archers and things in the bar that we're going to have to take down. Again, our objective is to kill 9 enemies, and so we'll be keeping a tally and making sure we can knock them out. So, do you want me to come over there, or are we meeting in the middle? What's the plan?
I kind of want to get out of the corner. I feel like meeting in the middle is good. I could take a shot at that archer and then move up next to him. Something like that.
Okay.
And then you could come next to me and destroy him if you have some sort of adjacency card.
Well, that means I'm going later in the round.
Oh, true. I mean,
Because I'm usually a guy
you
to
can
go early on.
first, but it's hard for me to go ahead of you.
Scoundrel has really, really,
Terrible.
really amazing initiative. Really fast initiative, I should
Right.
say. I guess amazing isn't the right word, because fast can get you killed, too. So I might just go for, like, slaughtering a bandit guard or something.
Oh, if you want to go way over there, you could.
Because I feel like we could just clear out this corner and then hide in the corner. Unless
But things aren't going to be coming to us like they do normally.
that's good.
Right, I'm just saying, I guess me hiding isn't necessarily good.
Oh. I thought it was.
I mean, I don't want to be targeted, but I want to be in range of the other enemies.
Got it.
That's why I was thinking to move out early, but maybe then I just get targeted by shaman and die.
Drunken treasure, drunken treasure, drunken treasure. I like it.
I mean, I also need to move if I'm going to even hit these guys, because a lot of my attacks are ranged. In fact, all of them are. So if I swing from this position, I'll be at disadvantage, which means I have to draw 2 cards and take the worst one.
Yep.
So I might move and then help you target those 2 guys anyways. I could do
Oh,
that.
okay. All right.
Because me being next to Archer
Because if
is
the
fine.
adjacency bonus helps the most now, if I go early, I can wail on that guy. The
Oh,
problem
I see that.
is if he comes and kills him. That's what I'm worried about.
If I go before him, I can keep him from doing that.
Okay, sounds good.
At least round 1.
We have a plan. Are you cool in your corner?
Do I have a choice?
Can you get out?
Doesn't
of the
matter.
corner? Can you leave?
He's
Like,
fine.
Is that an option?
Like, don't worry.
I'll be fluid at this.
Yeah, I want first blood. That's, that's what I'm aiming for.
I don't need the crutch of allies.
The crutch,
See?
dude.
See, what a nice guy.
What an awesome friend.
All right, so I'll go early for me,
Why am I
but that'll be
trying to
later
go?
than you. And I'll just do some damage and get myself into a better position.
Yep,
So I'm down.
I am down as well. So that means we're all down with our 2 cards, and we're going to flip over our leading card. For me, I have a 6.
19.
You gotta one up me? 7.
Dang, get
Dang.
effect!
So I'm last with 19, but we also need to see what the monsters are going to do.
All right. We've got
So what do we got?
Guard
Yep.
shares with Bandit and Inox
Yep.
with 35, move -1, attack +0, range 2.
Ooh, so the guards are going to have...
They do have a
some
range
ranged
attack.
attacks. All right.
Wow.
Archers.
So I can't stop them, but oh well.
29, move +0, attack -1, range +1, immobilize. That sounds great.
That sounds awful.
Okay.
Great. All right, and the shaman. The
It
2
could be
shamans.
great if they hit each other.
The shamans. 89, move -1, heal 1. Affect all adjacent allies. Good thing they don't have
Don't
allies.
have any.
Bless self. That's annoying. That
Ooh,
shuffles.
Bless Self
What?
shuffles a critical hit
Single
into
deck.
the enemy decks. The enemy deck has its own attack modifier deck,
And-
which is the same as ours, but in this case, they're going to be able to add additional crits into their deck.
And all the enemies share the same deck. So if the shamans buff themselves and then we kill them, those buffs are still in the deck and any of the other monsters can use them.
Which is really bad for this scenario in particular,
It's horrible.
because they can crit each other and kill each other off.
It's so bad.
It's actually really bad. Oh my goodness.
But it looks like we're going before all of the monsters, so we might be able to set ourselves up a little bit,
Right.
get some sort of advantage. And it's up to Arisa.
Yes.
You got the lowest initiative.
Arisa is first, and we'll take a look at what she is doing. We can see here the 2 cards I played. I played Backstab for my 6th initiative, so it doesn't matter what the initiative is on the other card, and it doesn't matter the order in which I play these, so I'm going to use the bottom side of Backstab to move 6, so I can move up to 6 spaces, which will allow me to move 1... Let me get this on the camera. This is kind of the weird thing that I have to keep switching between. But that lets me move 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go here if that helps. Or I can stay here.
Whatever is best for you. That might be better because then
This will get me hit by this though, which is unfortunate.
No, I'm gonna move close to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna move on the other side of you, between you and the archer.
All right. I'll get hit by this guy maybe.
Yes.
Which is fine. All right. Oh, he's not attacking. He's just blessing. All right. So
No, I think that's good.
okay. So I'll move into this space here, and then I'll use the top side of Single Out. So this one says attack 3 and add +2 attack and gain an experience when the target is adjacent to any of your allies, which is true. Desi is next to that bandit guard here.
Yep.
So I'm going to wail on him with an attack of 5. So those are the cards I'm playing. And I'm going to make sure my attack modifier deck here is shuffled.
Sure.
Make sure you guys have done that as well
Yep. I'll do another couple before we
for the
start
first
flipping
round.
things.
But once you shuffle, it's one and done.
Yep.
Until you draw your crit or your crit fail, in which case you shuffle everything back in. Alright. So, we're going to draw from the attack modifier deck. I get a -1, unfortunately, which means I hit it for 4, which is still a substantial hit.
So,
Okay.
since
Respectable.
they share decks, should I have taken the tokens together? and made sure none of the numbers overlap, since there could be... They share decks,
mean?
right? So they both have the same initiatives, meaning the tokens can overlap. Like there could be a number 1 Bandit Archer, and a number
No.
1 Inox Archer, or...
All bandit guards act before Inox guards in the initiative order, and all bandit archers act before Inox archers.
I got you.
And so
Okay.
bandits first, then Inox for
Okay.
this scenario. He did
Yeah.
He did cover that. So
I
that's good.
was like thinking, like, did I set this up wrong? Okay.
No, you're good.
Okay.
You're good to go.
So you did
Good
4
question.
4 damage to that guard. He has 6 total health, so he's still alive. Maybe I can finish him off.
Yeah,
We'll
that would
see.
be awesome if you can finish him off there.
We will see.
And so, switch back here.
So you are out of actions.
And from here on out, I mean, I'll just show you guys the ability cards, but I won't show you the attack modifiers because we can just announce what they are.
Yeah.
I just wanted to show you how it worked for the first time.
All right.
Okay, so
Jason, what you
do you
got?
guys think I should move towards the middle or towards this side?
I mean, this corner is empty. If you're over there, you might not get targeted by anything.
Yeah, for
Well,
quite some
I'm
time
gonna
if
be
you can get
targeted
there.
by the archer, I think. Just one archer, which is okay.
It is
not-
elite.
I think
but
I don't want to
take-
go into the corner or into the middle because I want to be sure that I'm hitting stuff so it dies. I don't want them
Sure.
to kill each other. I don't want to leave them. So
I think ideally
True.
you want to just set yourself up for last hitting some things.
yeah,
Right.
Because if they wail on each other,
yeah.
if you've done some damage to them, they might kill each other accidentally.
So I have Mana Bolt and Reviving Ether. I'm going to use
Okay.
the bottom half of Reviving Ether. Oh no, I'm going to use the top half of Mana Bolt. Attack 2, range 3, consume element, no elements for +1 attack and gain experience. Sadly,
Right, so we haven't talked about this, but there's an element tracker over here. There's this little board over here. There's also a round tracker, so it marks what round we're in. Some scenarios require you to complete things in a certain number of rounds. It's kind of like a timer. But then there's also these elements, and you can consume them if they're waning or strong. So this is the strong column, this is the waning column, this is inert. So if they're inert, you cannot consume them to gain extra benefits. Like Jason's ability says, consume any element to gain +1 attack and gain an experience. But if there was a strong element or a waning element, he could consume it and use it to gain that benefit. Now, there are certain cards in the game that will say specifically, generate this element, and that's when it goes from the inert column to the strong column. And then at the end of the round, it'll go from strong to waning, and then at the end of the next round, it'll go to inert. You also cannot consume an element the same turn you generate it. But if somebody earlier in the round generated it for you, maybe even an enemy did, then that's okay. All right.
So I'm going to attack Archer 3 with Mana Bolt. Attack 2, range 3.
All right.
Okay. Do you want the card?
Yeah. Let's take a look.
I'm just going to pass it over.
And I flipped a +1, so 3 damage on number
On
3.
to Archer 3.
Yes.
Bandit Archer 3.
Yes.
Okay. So that was 3 out of his 5. So he's still... Oh,
It's
no,
an
he's
elite.
elite. So he's 3 out of 7.
Right.
He's,
Good hit, though.
he's
Almost
fine.
halfway there.
Right.
Yeah.
So another hit. Hopefully someone else hits him, and then I can hit him. But
Yep.
I have the
Okay.
bottom half of Reviving Ether, which is move forward, jump. So I will 1, 2, 3, jumping over the barrel.
Right.
And I will stand next to the archer, so they'll have disadvantage, move away, hopefully into other stuff.
Okay.
So
That would be good.
Seems good.
Yeah, let's show this jump card. So since he performed the top side of Mana Bolt, he cannot perform the top side of Reviving Ether, nor does I don't think he would want to. But the move he performs the bottom side of Reviving Ether, which is move forward with jump. Normally you cannot move through enemies or obstacles, but jump allows you to jump over them. So it's a pretty nice ability there, and some good mobility with move 4. Pretty nice. So that is Strea's turn. And now it is Desi's turn. Desi the Tinkerer.
Alright, so we're focusing on these two in the corner, but all of my attacks are ranged. I don't want to attack at disadvantage. So first I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to use the bottom half of Net Shooter, which is immobilized, target one adjacent enemy, and then move 2. So I'm going to immobilize that guard. I'm going to put a little immobilized token on Inox Guard 3. So he won't be able to move on his next turn. They flipped a ranged attack, so it may not matter too much.
Yeah, he might still hit this guy or me. You'll probably hit me, actually. Because I'll have the lower initiative. If there's a tie between characters and enemies, then the lowest initiative thing will get hit.
Right. But that's just... I took that because in general those guys are usually melee. They flipped a ranged attack. It's one of those things I just couldn't foresee. I'm going to move 2.
Let me...
get into the more central here. I'm also moving next to an archer. Kind of like Jason did to give him disadvantage. Now I'm going to use the top portion of Reviving Shock, which was the level X card I put in, which is attack 2, range 3, target 2. So I get to smack 2 different enemies with this ability, both for attack 2. So I'm thinking, so if we're going to try and clear out that corner, I'll swing at those 2 guys over there.
Sure, and since this Inox guard number 3 is going to hit me, there's no risk in this guy dying, so that's good news. Maybe you'll even knock him out.
Well, hopefully I'll kill him.
Yeah.
And we're going to go for him first. So attack 2 onto bandit number 3. I'm going to flip a +0, which means I dealt 2 damage, and he only has 6 total health, so he is dead.
All right,
so
more to go.
That's one of our objectives. Great job, Desi, knocking this guy out. And the most important part of the game is right now, when you kill an enemy, you drop a loot token in its space. So Zakai just placed this loot token here. If you go and end your turn on that location, you pick it up.
Yep.
But also, if you have any cards that say loot, then you can pick those up, and they're worth 2 gold apiece.
It's true.
For scenario level 1, and then as the scenario level goes up, they go up in amounts of gold.
Yep.
Important part of the game.
For some characters.
For some characters more than others.
More than others. I have one more attack because I had two targets, so I'm going to target the Inox guard number 3 over there. Flip another modifier. I get another +0, so that's 2 damage to Inox guard number 3.
Number 3.
All right, so I dealt him a little bit of damage, but I killed one that you hit earlier.
That was good.
So we got our first kill, 8 more to go. So we're done with all of our actions.
All right.
Let's see what the monsters want to do.
Bandit archers, I believe, go first.
These just a little bit.
So what's going on?
Bandit archers are 29, and we've got 1 elite and 3 elite and
2 elite and 1 normal, I think.
See one here.
1, 2, 3.
All right.
Okay.
So
So elites always go first, and the lowest numbered elite. They all have numbers on there, and they may be hard to see, but this one's number 1, and so it's going to perform its action first. It moves with +0, so the move on a bandit archer, I believe, is 2.
Yes.
Now, its focused target is going to be the closest enemy, and that's basically anything in this room. But in this case, the closest enemy is Desi, the Tinkerer.
Yep.
So, because when you attack at range, with range, and something is next to you, you're going to have disadvantage. That's just a rule in the game. If you attack something that's adjacent to you, you have disadvantage on a range attack. So it's going to try to move away from Desi, probably here.
Probably there.
Yeah, stay away from as many things as possible.
He's next to an object. That makes sense.
Yep. And so he can try to take cover near this table, and he's going to shoot at Desi with attack -1, range +1, and immobilize. He's going to lock you in place there.
So his normal attack is 3 at range 5. So he's attacking at 2 range 6. So I'm going to flip from the monster modifier deck. It is a +0. So 3 - 1 +0 is 2. So I'm going to take 2 damage.
I'm glad you guys are liking the setup. There's 4 cameras here. We try to manage them best we can. Sometimes I'm a little ditzy and forget to switch cameras here and there, but looks like we're able to hopefully show you as much as we can. We want to show off the game as much as we can.
I'm also immobilized. So that means on my next turn, I can't move anywhere.
Oh, all right.
But that's good. But I'm in a good position. I should be able to still shoot some things. So that shouldn't matter too much. 2 damage isn't so bad, but it's 2 out of 8. So I can't take too many hits.
And a condition like immobilize or stun or any other conditions in the game will go away at the end of your next turn.
Yep.
So we've
So-
got Archer number 3, Elite, over here.
Yep.
I am the closest enemy. It would move away from me, so
Maybe here? Because that's the... It'll only move 1 space away.
right.
It has
and
to
then
move...
it has range.
Or does it move, like, over here?
That's,
No, I don't think so. I think it'll always move just 1 space away. Like,
Yeah.
as close as it can to hit you without disadvantage.
I think that makes
So
sense.
we get to choose if there's a tie, but that's
I
fine.
think that's what I would choose.
Every space 1 away is next to another enemy, but his focus is
Semla.
Jason here. So
Yes.
okay,
So Streya's going to get hit here for 2.
So 2, flip another card. It's +0 again. So you take 2 damage, and you are also immobilized.
All right.
Uh-oh. Hopefully that's okay.
I think I'll be fine.
Because your max health is what?
6.
6. So
Yeah.
6.
We
playing
put the person
dangerous
with
over
6
there.
in the
Oh,
corner.
geez.
Yep.
You'll
Hey, you
be
volunteered.
Fine.
You volunteered.
You'll be
I didn't volunteer for anything.
You volunteered for that corner.
I'm
Yeah, I
not worried.
I did.
You definitely did.
But there's one more archer, the normal archer number 2, and the closest enemy to him is the elite shaman.
Number 4 and just fires out.
So he's going to just shoot that shaman in the face.
Yes, please.
2 incoming.
So he's a normal, so his base
yeah.
attack is 2
So it's
minus
1.
1 plus 0.
1 damage to Shaman.
So 1 damage to shaman 4.
The brawl ensues.
Okay.
All right.
They're starting
so
to hit each other.
Now
Like,
we have Inox archers.
Yes. How many Inox archers do
Here's
we have?
5 elite.
And I think
And
there's
then
only
two
two
normal.
Inox archers. So the elite guy is going to shoot at
1, 2, 3.
his buddy.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Really?
He's going to shoot at his buddy.
Well, he has 4 targets, 3 away.
Does it
Yeah, but-
prioritize an elite or
But Inox Archer is the lowest initiative.
it is?
So, I mean, it's not really his buddy. They're all free
we're
for
all
all.
free for all.
Yeah.
You're right, it
That's
is.
racist.
Because the other archers
Kill
are
each
farther
other
away.
just because they're Inox.
No, see, these guys
Have
are
the same
equal.
professions.
They're equal opportunity brawlers. They don't care your race. They don't care how many horns are on your head. If you're in this bar, you're gonna die. So there's a lot of equality. Gloomhaven is a very progressive place.
Except
clearly.
for us. We are just annihilating
Bad
them.
people. All right.
Although we're equal opportunity, too. We just kill everything that's
Yeah.
not us.
Yep. You see,
So,
the
messes
world is
up
in
his
balance.
friend.
He does. I think that makes a lot of sense.
So Inox Archer has an attack of 3.
The elite one, yep, attack 3.
So
What's
minus
there?
1 attack,
So
plus 1 range.
okay,
So
so,
two attack
2 plus 0 again.
2 damage to the other Inox Archer, which is number 2.
Number 2.
All right. Get wrecked.
And then he's gonna turn right around and actually no. Well,
His closest target is the Archer.
the other archer that just moved next
so
to him.
he would move away.
Yeah, he'll probably move what here, and take a shot
Yeah,
at the
that or
bandit
left
archer.
one. Either one, I guess.
I guess we can pick. Does it matter?
Wait, which one?
I think I like to the left more.
This guy.
Yeah, I think he'd go in the middle. Oh, I guess he could go either.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy just shot at him. Does he want to move closer
He's
or
gonna
away
shoot
from
back.
the guy?
He's gonna shoot back. Yeah. No, he'll
he'll focus
no,
this one.
he's shooting this one.
Oh, you're right.
He's just moving one away from this bandit
Sure,
archer.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's
That's
go with
good.
this.
All right, so he has what? 2 attack. So base
Yes.
modifier 1
Yep.
with immobilized. Don't forget. No,
Oh.
he's immobilized.
Oh, you're right.
So he attacks with disadvantage.
He does.
That's so crazy.
All right.
He's immobilized right
He got
now.
immobilized.
we know
by
how to
his
play
buddy.
this game.
But now it's
Good
his
catch.
turn. So he can't move. He has to shoot with disadvantage against the elite bandit archer. So I'm going to flip
One
2
attack.
for him. So here's 1, a plus 0, and then a minus 1.
Does nothing.
So with disadvantage, you take the worst.
So he does 0 damage.
Ooh, sucks to suck.
But he immobilizes the other archer. And he becomes not immobilized anymore because he just took his action.
That's really funny.
So the immobilized kind of passes over to the bandit archer number 3.
This is a big old
This
tavern
is
brawl.
nuts. This is all
Everything
just-
is just hitting each other
This is a lot
all
of
over the
shit.
place.
So
All right,
that's
oh my
all the archers.
We've got guards at 35.
Oh, what madness
Bandit
will
guard.
ensue.
And the guards have a ranged attack too.
They do.
2 guards here.
And this one's number 1, so that one's definitely
It's
going
just
first.
those
Another
two.
one? Is this
No,
it's
not
after?
bandit guards.
All right, so we only have 2 bandit guards, 4
All right.
and 1. So 1 attacks.
He's
that guy.
he's just gonna do
No.
a range
He's gonna
attack.
fire
there.
at him, yeah. Range 2. So
Move -1 attack
flat
plus 0
attack.
range 2.
what's his attack? Bandit
So,
guard.
bandit
3
guard.
damage. So just flip for 3.
-1.
2 damage to Archer 1, I believe.
To guard.
No.
Inox
Oh,
guard
Inox
1.
Guard 1. All right, 2 damage there. No status effects. Just 2 damage. Okay.
All right. And
We are
then
tracking all the hit points off camera.
This
It's just
Yeah.
a lot
guard-
easier to do that.
Guard 4 attacks his neighbor, Inox Guard 6, with range
So-
range 2, attack plus 0. So 3 attack incoming, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
So I'm going to flip another one. It's a +1.
4 damage.
Get wrecked.
to Guard 6.
4 to
Inox
Inox
Guard
Guard
6.
6. All right.
So
Big hit there.
4 of 10 health.
And he
Knocks
has-
out.
Okay.
Yep.
Now he has retaliate too, but that's only in melee.
All right.
So
So now we have Inox
The
Guards.
Inox Guards.
Numerous. Still ranged attacks,
So
so
1, 2,
and 1,
3.
3.
Well, this one's normal. I think
this
it's
one's
these 3.
normal.
So
I think it's
this
just
guy
the
goes
3.
first. Hits him back. This is perfect. They're hitting each other
No,
back.
no,
No,
he's gonna hit the archer. The archer has lower initiative.
Oh, he does. He does.
So he's going to arch at the archer.
He's like, gets hit and is like,
So-
I'm angry. And then he hits another
The
person.
He
Inox
hardly got hit
Guard
though. He was like, eh.
is an elite, so he has base attack 3.
Base attack 3 versus
So 3
Archer 1.
plus 1.
Or
4 damage onto the
Bandit
elite
archer
One?
elite 1.
Bandit
Archer 1.
archer. I need more damage tokens.
I got you. I'll fish him out. For
All right, I got. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So much damage.
So he's hurt. He's 4 out of 7.
All right.
So we might
Oh,
need.
she? This
Yeah,
one?
we might need to kill off some of these guys before
Well, we're right there. We
the
can do
enemies
it.
All right.
take their chances.
So number 6 attacks the guy who just hit him. Number 4, the 4th.
No,
Bandit guard,
he
right?
attacks you.
Oh, he does. He has a ring. That's
The
Yeah,
so
range
right.
attack is so unfortunate, but
It is.
he does attack straight
Dang
at
it.
here.
Yep. So it's 3
Attack 3 modified by a
minus
-1.
1. Get a lucky break there.
How much?
You take
It's 3
two
minus
damage?
1.
2
is
damage.
2.
Casual 2 damage.
So
It's
you're
fine.
at how much health
I'm
now?
at 2 health.
Two
Whatever.
health?
Now,
Now it is of note that if you get
Jeez.
knocked to 0 HP, then you are exhausted and out of the scenario. However, you can always lose a card, not discard, but lose a card and remove it from the game for the rest of the scenario. That's what losing a card means. From your hand, and mitigate any amount of damage. So if something hits you for 20, you can lose a card from your hand. You probably will.
Yeah.
Hey, if it's you
I
would.
hit me for 20.
It
Oh,
could
I
happen.
can just lose a...
Yeah.
All right.
The Spellweaver has some big abilities that can blast for a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So,
Too bad I'll be dead. No.
yeah. But you can lose a card from your hand to do that, or you can lose 2 from your discard pile. So whenever you play cards, they go in your discard pile, and at some point, you're going to see us rest and recover those cards from our discard pile, but when you rest, you're going to lose one of those cards.
Yeah.
as
Speaking
well.
of cards, can I have my cards back?
No.
Nope.
So I can discard them properly?
All right. And
Discard
then
is way over there on the
I
camera.
believe this one attacks Arisa, correct?
Yes.
So,
Absolutely.
Base 2 damage.
Yeah, because it's just a normal.
Yep.
Guard.
Inox Guard number 3 has a ranged attack, range 2.
So-
Even though he's mobilized, he can still hit me.
You can still shoot. Crit miss.
Crit fail, saving some health. Perfect.
So he just
Feels
completely
amazing over
flops.
here.
The group with the healer.
Why are you dying over
Yeah,
there?
why am I dying? I mean, I'm
I'd love to heal you,
I'm
but you're
just
just too
RPing
far
Folga
away.
right now. You know what I'm saying?
You're just too
MVP
far away.
over there.
I'm just RPing Folga.
But there's just a quick note. The crit miss has a little reroll, or not reroll, but shuffle symbol in the bottom. So that means we have to reshuffle the whole monster modifier deck for the next next
At the
round.
end of the round.
At the end of the round,
We
yeah.
will reshuffle the deck.
And the
So
same-
you can't lose all the cards in your attack modifier deck. The same applies for our own decks.
Right.
So we got shamans left, I believe.
I
We've
think
completed all the guards, completed all the archers, right?
so. We did those are the Inox
All
guards.
All right, there's
There is-
one Inox Shaman right smack in the middle
So
here.
you guys murdered the other one?
No, there just is
No,
a-
it was
just
just a
only
guard.
one.
There's just one.
Okay.
There can only be one. So he's going to
He's-
move -1.
Only one. Move -1, heal 1. Affect all adjacent. So he gets blessed and heals for 1.
And he don't
He doesn't move because he
I don't
has
think he
no
moves.
allies.
Right. He just heals himself,
Which he is hurt.
and he
He
is
has
hurt.
1 damage.
So he heals off his damage and blesses.
Bad choice, shaman.
Well, he blesses his allies.
No, it says bless self.
Oh, it does say bless self.
Yep.
Affect all.
So
So-
we're going to shuffle a crit into the deck.
Through the monster
Can't
deck.
wait for that to hit
I
me.
mean, so that was the last monster, so I'm just going to shuffle it all in. The
Make
crit,
sure it's correct orientation.
that would be. Oh gosh, that was all backwards.
Calm down.
There we go.
We made it.
There we go.
Glad I noticed.
La. Not messing up too many things, but I kind of.
Oh, you still move towards the focus target. Good call. You're always going to move towards your focus target,
Which
which
is
is me.
you.
Which is me.
He wants
No, what's
to
up?
Get in here.
It's good. Adjacency bonus.
It actually is.
we could just wail on him.
Well, I'd have to move.
Unless you could just do melee attacks, I guess.
I could. I could just do base 2.
Ooh.
Oops. And so that's the round, right?
Affect all adjacent allies. Oh, so the heal doesn't affect himself. It's not self.
Well, it doesn't-
So Mortai with the save there.
Okay, so the heal was adjacent allies, but the bless was self.
The bless was definitely self.
Okay, so I'll give him his 1 damage back. Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Mortai.
And I've shuffled the monster modifier deck. And to round 2. We can
Yep.
move the round
The
tracker
round
to
tracker
2.
moves to 2. No elements exist, so they
Archer
would be
shuffle
waning.
back.
Yep, Archer shuffle, attack
Oh.
modifier deck has been shuffled. So the monster ability cards will shuffle if you see a symbol that tells you to shuffle, which it did.
So I'm just gonna casually die
And now we select 2 more cards to
I mean,
play.
you might need to run into the corner.
with my immobilization.
You might need to die. Or heal.
Do I need
Perhaps
to come
you could
over there
heal.
and get aggro?
Well, we're both
And
immobilized.
by aggro, I mean go invisible.
We're both immobilized.
Just come over to watch me die, like invisible.
By the time we get there, you might already be dead. Did you actually take any damage?
No.
No, you did. He missed you.
Thank God we put the support healer over. Yeah, great.
I'm just the melee tank.
but
I don't
I'm-
know why.
I'm immobilized.
I'm really just a melee
So
opportunist.
I can't move, actually.
So this Inox Shaman in front of us has 9 health.
8. Well, he took
Oh, 8
1.
left. 8 left. Yes.
I am conflicted.
But
I
what's...
can wail on him. I can do a lot of damage this
Yeah,
round.
things didn't group up the way I was hoping they would. Because the guards all attacked at range.
Yeah,
That guard is going to come after you.
he is. I mean, do I need to come over there to help you
I
out?
don't think you need. I think if you did need to, it would be too late anyways. So
Well, I can draw some fire. I
No.
have pretty good mobility.
I mean, hopefully they'll kill each other.
I mean, the other options for us, this bandit archer, the elite in the corner, he took 4 out of 7.
Yeah, we should probably be playing to the objective.
Should I try to snipe him out of existence?
I can get 2 attacks on him
Oh, you could do that too.
if you want me to try to get him. I could definitely get him.
Are we worried about the guard coming at us? I could like stun something.
Ooh, stun could be nice. Slow things down.
Just to.
You mean this elite guard?
Yeah, I'm afraid he might come after me. No, he won't. He'll go after the other.
He'll go after me based on where I'm going to be. But
Oh, true. I could stun him just to keep him off your back.
that would be pretty nice.
And I'm not doing as much damage, but
Right. And stun basically cancels the target's next turn, effectively. They can't do anything on their turn other than rest.
Yeah. And I can't move, so I'm going to look for a bottom action that's really
Yeah,
good
a bunch of
here.
these archers are really hurt. Number 3 archer has 4 health left, and number 1 archer has 3 health left. So I think I'm going to go after archer number 1.
Just going to try and polish him up.
Yeah.
We can sort of hunt down the injured.
And it's okay if I
targets
take a
here.
little aggro here, because I have some health to spare. I mean, I could also go invis, but I think it's too early for that.
Okay, so maybe I'll...
Jason's like, I'm dead, help.
It's a tough situation.
Say I don't want
It's
to...
a tough situation, but at the very least, you can lose cards from your hand and then recover.
That's how that works. So I take 1 damage? No, I'm just going to live. Then
Yeah.
reviving.
Alright, so...
Yeah, one of the coolest abilities of the Spellweaver that we actually saw on camera earlier, but we didn't see the top side of it, is to recover all your lost cards. And
Lose this card, more losing than
Yeah.
normal losing.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm just gonna be
So,
kind
yeah.
of supporty here. Hopefully things will group up a little better for me to get some more damage next round.
I just hope I'm going early enough to be impactful.
Alright, are we down?
I'm down.
I'm down.
I'm dead.
Alright, he's dead.
Dead. Okay.
20.
23.
All right, what's
Dang.
the second? Mine's not
Yeah.
even.
So
You guys
we
both tied.
tied.
In the case of a tie, you look at the second card to determine who goes first.
So I'm 74, he's 91.
So Desi will be
So-
first, but we also have to draw for the enemies.
The guards are at 50. Move +0, attack +0. Pretty vanilla.
Okay, well
Okay.
that's good.
Archers.
It's predictable.
This is what worries me.
Yes.
31. Okay, made it.
Good.
Archers, move +0, attack +0.
That's good.
Shaman,
Okay.
move +0, heal 3. Wow, he's just like
healing.
He's just
just
tanking.
like healing, just
Yeah.
like come on.
Alright, that's fine.
well, he's not attacking, which is good.
Which is good.
Yeah.
He's not blessing, which is
Excuse
good.
That's also good.
Alright, I guess I go first.
You read my mind, Morthai.
So
So what you got?
I can't move. So I chose some options that don't require moving. So I'm using the bottom portion of Harmless Contraption, which is heal 2 at range 3. So I can't quite heal all the way across the map, but I took 2 damage. So I'm going to go ahead and just heal myself.
That's fine.
Go back up to 8. Back to full health. Feels good.
Don't really need
Feels
you.
amazing, man.
Honestly, don't even need you
You
anyways.
see, it's all working out.
The same effect as our last healer.
Yeah, Shaman's just chilling and drinking.
He's chilling with us.
That's what Mortai's saying. I agree.
It's all good. He just wants to hang out
Yeah.
with us cool dudes.
Have a drink.
So
I'm okay
what-
with this.
The question, what's the biggest threat to us? Because I also have Stun Shot. So I'm going to use the top
Ooh.
action of Stun Shot, which is attack 1, range 3, stun. So it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but stun means that whatever is stunned, it doesn't do anything for their whole next turn. They don't move, they don't attack, they don't heal, nothing.
Yep.
So if you don't want that guard to come at you,
Well, the Shaman's not doing anything, so we don't need to
Actually,
stun him.
the guard's going to come after me if you move, right?
Yes.
But
He
the
is gonna come
elite
after
guard
you.
is going to go away. So maybe I'll stun that.
No, the elite guard's gonna hit me because I'm gonna move basically here.
Okay, then I'll stun the elite to save you some damage, and I'll just tank the normal one.
So like, no, I'm gonna get. Yeah, you're gonna get hit by this.
but then I'll stun the elite.
This guy shielded you from that archer, so that's nice.
right?
Get out of the way, Mr. President!
But I'm saying because the elite's going to hit harder, I could stun him and save you some damage.
Right.
So let's do that. So stun shot on elite Inox guard 1.
This guy here.
So it's only attack 1, but I'm going to flip modifier of +1.
Ooh.
So it's 2 damage
To
onto the Inox guard. He has retaliate, but that doesn't affect range damage.
beautiful.
So 2 more damage to him, and he is stunned.
So he's gonna just sort of chill for this round.
Got it.
Get a stun on him there.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Good turn. It is Strea's turn.
All right. Terrified for my life, I will use Frost Armor. Bottom
Ooh.
half. On the next 2 sources of damage, you suffer no damage instead. All right. Generate ice. Frost.
Nice.
Snowflake.
Ice becomes strong.
Generate snowflake. A single snowflake falls from the sky.
It is my
I
armor.
think it actually means like the battlefield is infused with ice. There's like frost
Snow
everywhere.
and icicles.
So I take 2 sources of damage, gain experience, and it's a lost card.
But it's kind of an ongoing effect.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can see here the bottom side, and you can see there's like a track here. So every time he uses it, he gains an extra experience, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the ice generation as well.
And my second card is Aid from the Ether. Heal 3, range 3. I will heal that arch now. Me.
I don't even think you can.
Right, because it's an enemy.
Right, you can only heal
Only
your
heal
allies, or
allies.
yourself, I guess. In
All
this
right.
case, since it doesn't specify allies, you can heal yourself as well.
So just sort of a bunch of
Says
heals
a
so
range.
far this round for us.
Hey, we gotta survive.
There's
this
a lot
brawl.
of enemies.
There's a huge brawl happening right now, so good defense play. I like it.
Right.
You're
Once
tanking it
things
up.
clear out a bit, we won't be targeted so much, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're doing the clearing though. That's the real clincher.
Spellweaver's
So-
angry now.
So far, there's only been 1 kill, and we've got it. So we're good start, and hopefully, we'll get another kill right now.
Hopefully.
Let's see what you got.
All right. So it is Arisa's turn, and actually, the shaman did tie me for initiative, but players
Oh.
go before enemies always.
Yep.
So I have initiative 23, and I'm going to use the top side of Quick Hands here. It says move 2, attack 2. So it allows me to kind of position a little better on top. And top movement is actually fairly scarce in the game. You won't find a lot of it. So this is a pretty awesome card for the Scoundrel in particular to have that extra mobility. Because positioning is really what the Scoundrel does best. So with that move 2, attack 2, I'm going to come over here. 1, 2, and I get to attack the Bandit Archer number 1.
Yep.
Modified with +1, so I did it
2 plus 1.
2 plus 1, 3 damage.
It is dead.
Wow. Okay,
Got
didn't
him.
actually expect to kill it
7
so
more
quickly.
kills.
Oh,
7
boy.
more
So
kills.
he's dead. We get some more loot on the board,
Ooh, I am intrigued.
and you have. That was only your first action.
That was only my first action.
What else do you got?
So the second card I played, I didn't think I was going to kill it. I brought my Thief's Knack, or as I like to call it, the Thief's Snack.
Thief snack.
Sometimes you just
Delicious.
gotta munch down on some stuff.
Well, we're at
Just
we're
like
at a bar.
It's like a
Yeah,
sandwich
there's
in a
some
bag.
nuts.
and
There's gotta be some food on the table or something.
Yeah, you killed this guy. You stole his lunch, and you're just snacking away.
And what's interesting about this card is it has an attack 3 on the bottom side. So I was hoping if I
Oh,
didn't finish
no.
it off with that, I would have swung in and done some damage. So there's nothing to attack adjacent to me with the melee ability, but I can still use the card to move 2 on the bottom side. You can always use a card to move 2. And so with that, I can position myself
I
into
wonder
a better
where.
place. And that better place is immediately onto this loot token.
No better place.
Unsurprised.
And once I end my turn, I automatically pick it up.
Unsurprised.
The value.
Ching
This
ching.
is him all the time.
All right, getting that money.
Snack makes you even more hungry for the steaks that are in the oven right now.
Dang.
I'm jelly. All right,
Yeah,
so
man.
yeah, I moved over here. I snatched up some loot.
So just a quick little note: when you have move X, where X is any sort of number, X is how much you can move. You don't have to move that many. So he had moved 2. He chose to only move 1.
Right.
You always have that option.
I could have been like weird and been like 1, 2 if I really wanted to, but that's not
You don't
required
have to.
ever.
Yeah. Just a quick note.
So
All
I
right.
discard my cards, and now it is
Monsters.
Inox Shaman's
All
turn.
the
+0
monsters.
heals 3.
So he is not going to move because
heals.
I'm his target.
he's focused
But
on
he's-
Desi. He really likes you.
All right. We're buds until I stab him.
And then he heals 3 himself.
So now he heals his 1 damage.
Right.
There he goes. He is feeling good. So
All right.
what's next?
Next
Archers.
up are archers, starting with bandit archers. We killed one of the elites,
3.
but the other elite is still alive, so that one's going to go first. It has move 0, attack 0. It's going to target the Inox archer number 2, so it's going to move somewhere.
Away.
I guess,
Probably to the back.
probably try to get away from all the other enemies in there.
And it has attack 3. 3 modified with +0. So 3 damage onto the Inox archer number 2. So he goes up to 5 total damage.
Ooh, he only has 1 health left. This could be bad.
True. He is very
Or
close
it could
to
be really
death.
good. We'll have to
Well,
see.
hopefully he's alive, and then
Yeah, I think his buddies, the Inox Archer number 5 is going to hit him. But we'll see.
Dang it.
so then this one, this other archer,
Yes.
bandit archer.
Bandit Archer shoots at the Inox Shaman, the tank of the game,
Yep.
clearly.
So he has attack 2,
He does not attack me because I am not the closest target.
modified with crit,
So,
double damage.
Bandit Archer just crit the Inox Shaman.
Jeez.
So that's 4 to the shaman.
4
He
damage.
just healed,
Nasty.
but now he just got hit hard.
He's got to be mad.
Yep.
I'd be mad if I were him.
He's just trying to heal up, and then he takes an arrow to the face.
Wow, awesome
hurt.
announcement from Mortai here. The Kickstarter has hit $900,000. That's insane. And we are
Oh,
less
man.
than 12 hours into the campaign.
Will it hit
Don't know if
1
he'll make it.
million on day 1?
I think so. I think it might even hit 1 million while we're playing here.
Yeah. I
That
can
would
see
be
that.
crazy. That's
People
so
are getting
good.
home.
Yep.
1 million.
Dropping
10
some money.
times the initial goal of a measly 100K.
To be fair, I think he expected a little bit more than 100K.
I'm
but
just saying, that's what the goal
A
was.
little more.
That's all the goal was.
Alright, so
Yep.
Inox Archer's going to turn on this guy. Right?
So we have the Inox archers next. So we have the elite.
the
in
elite
the
guy
back.
here is going to shoot at... Sadly, he's going to shoot at Inox
3.
Archer number 2.
So let's hope for a crit miss.
It's possible.
We just got the crit, so it's not going to be a crit.
crit miss.
Fail!
He
Yo,
missed.
Dream!
That was terrible.
That was awful. Let's do it again. I don't know if people
better.
can see it, but we're high-fiving.
Oh, we're high fiving.
So the
All
elite
right.
archer
He saved him from
has
me.
spent years in training to get a yellow standee and be considered an elite. Whiffs completely against his fellow Inox
He will
archer.
die with honor today.
He had a few too many drinks, we could say, before getting into this brawl. Who's next?
This archer.
Crit miss
Having
on the
been-
high five. I like it.
So he would attack,
The bandit archer,
I
Yep.
believe.
who went just before him.
So,
So
2
he's a
damage.
normal 2 plus 1. So 3 damage.
3 damage.
Ooh.
Leaving them a
One,
delicious
two.
1 health.
Oh,
Wait,
Oh,
bandit
that's so
archer
unfortunate.
3?
I sense some goggles use
Archer
in your
3.
future.
Oh, wait. We messed up.
We did.
Bandit archer 3 was immobilized.
Oh.
He should have attacked with disadvantage against
No, that changes everything.
the other archer. Correct? He's actually
Was he
here.
immobilized, or did that already get used up? That's the question.
Well, I have it here. 'Cause
Oh,
there's
no.
a bunch of immobilization
Yeah,
going
yeah,
around.
I believe they
That-
got the
he did get
immobilization afterwards.
Should we rewind and take back
I
the
think we
high
should.
fives?
Yeah, all right. Let's
Okay, so
Take
dial
back
it
the high fives.
Yeah, high
Go
five.
ahead.
High fives gone.
So
right.
this elite bandit archer could not
Plus one's gone.
So we're gonna go all. I'm just
Screw.
gonna flip him back because he had the very first attack, right?
Well,
Should I keep going
oh
all the way
yeah.
back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go all the way back. Let's just go all the way back.
Oh, the sad rewind. Okay, so
So the shaman
missed the immobilized
just,
status
the
effect.
shaman just
We're
healed.
bad.
Elite archer can't move. He can't get away. He has to attack with disadvantage. He gets the +0
And then the crit.
and the crit.
Okay.
So +0.
So he does 6 to Inox Archer 2.
What?
No, he
He
does,
does
0
0
plus
plus 0. He gets the.
He
Oh,
gets the
disadvantage.
+0.
Oh, I'm
Disadvantage.
being dumb. Disadvantage.
Yes.
0.
He does 2. He does 3 damage.
This
He
is
does
still fine,
3.
right?
So that's the
'Cause they
same. Yep.
That's the same outcome.
But
now,
now
Archer number 2 strikes the shaman and crit fails.
with 2 crit fail.
he
So
didn't take
shaman
any
is
damage.
still healed up.
the stupid shaman
Shaman doesn't
always
take damage.
wins.
And then the archer.
Now the Inox Elite Archer will attack.
We just redacted the high fives.
With
Should
plus
we like undo
1.
them somehow?
Yeah.
feels
Terrible.
bad. Feels
Killing
bad.
the archer.
Now he attacks,
Killing the archer.
his other archer with 3 + 1,
Kill it.
and he's dead.
No.
Now
I
he's
see
dead.
loot.
I see loot as well.
Oh, so there is some loot, but we did not get that kill.
That's super sad.
But that Inox Archer doesn't get to attack anymore because he's dead.
Okay.
Alright.
So he skips his next turn.
Archers are done. Moving on to guards. Starting with bandit guards.
Starting
This
with
one.
this guy, the elite. He's gonna
Moves
walk
up.
up to the other guard.
Attack +0.
Say what's up.
So he's got 3 attack. 3 attack
Yes,
towards.
3
And
Guard
modified
one.
with
3 +
Plus
1. 4 against the Inox Guard.
number
putting
1.
him
Number
at
1.
2 remaining health.
Ooh. That's good.
So no, he's an elite.
Yes.
Yeah, so he has 2
Oh, he
remaining
just
health.
took 4.
Yes.
He took
Oh,
4,
okay.
so he's taken 8 total and is still stunned.
But the elite, the Inox Guard is elite, so he has retaliate too. So the Bandit
He
Guard
punches that bandit guard in the face.
swings back at Bandit Guard 1, dealing him 2 damage.
Yep.
And even though the Bandit Guard has shield, retaliate doesn't care. Slapped him pretty hard. Takes 2
Exactly.
damage.
This guard is next.
He's gonna walk up to that
Similar
other guard.
situation.
Inox guard 6.
So 3 - 1.
2 damage.
So 2
Takes
damage.
2 damage.
To Inox Guard 6.
And then 2 right back to his own
And
face.
then 2 to himself. What number is he?
So some of these guys are
Or wait,
starting
no,
to
the
get
guard
low.
4.
Oh, guard is 4. Just gonna even these out a little. Put a 5 there. These guys are getting
So
bloody.
this guy has 4 health. This guy still has a good
He has
7 health.
with
Freaking
shield.
healthy.
Yeah.
This one has 4 health left. This guy is 2 health away.
Yeah. So we
This guy
might
still
have a
has 7
chance
health left.
to pick that one off next. So that's pretty good.
Definitely not killing the shaman because it's full healed always.
Only heals only. So that's all the bandit guards.
Now we have the Inox guard starting with elite number 1 here. He's going to strike back.
No, he's not, because he is stunned.
Oh,
Someone
boy.
stunned him earlier this round, so he does nothing.
Okay.
Can't move, can't attack. He just sits around.
Well, we have another elite Inox guard number 6 on the other side of the map. He's going to strike at
Yes.
Numero 4.
bandit guard number 4.
So 3 base attack,
Nope.
-1.
2 damage.
But the elite guard has shield 1,
So 1 damage.
so only 1 damage to the elite guard.
Alright.
All right, and then there's finally this Inox guard here in the corner, and he
Oh,
has
yeah.
move +0, attack +0. So his movement is 2, I believe.
Yes, he has
Alright.
2 move and
And
2
so
attack.
the focus target is me.
No. Oh, yes. Because you're closest to him.
Yeah.
So he's going to move as close as he can to you.
Yes, but actually, he has to be able to get into a space to attack me with focus. That's an important role.
Okay.
So he's just going to sit still and chill. That's actually how it works. So,
It's like staring at you.
so he's going to just
Interesting.
hang out.
I thought for sure he was going to come after me, but you danced away.
I'm on the other side of the table. I'm like,
Juking around.
coming at me. He's trying to get around the
And
table.
he's stuck in the corner. He's like, dang it, my arms don't reach.
Yeah. So
You just pickpocketing over there. And he's pissed off.
he's pretty
You're
mad.
taking his buddy's
That's for sure.
money.
Buddies. There's no buddies here.
You took the money before he could. Let's go with that.
Oh, shaman is the focus instead.
Well, does he focus something that he can actually hit? Because you are the nearest, but I'm actually the lowest initiative.
Oh, but there's obstacles in the way.
Yeah. So
So-
his path to you is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's his path to you. But his path to me and the shaman is only 3.
I think you would be the focus.
I
if
think
that's
it
the
would be
case.
me.
I mean, he's
going
gonna try to hit something. I imagine.
Yeah,
Makes
he
more
wouldn't.
sense.
He wouldn't sit
Makes
there doing
more
nothing.
sense. He doesn't want to just sit in the corner
Nah.
and cry.
I think he
Although
goes.
some people might want to do that.
He goes 1, 2, and because I had lower initiative than the shaman, he swings at me. I think that makes the most sense.
That does make the most sense. It was
All
a
right.
little weird. I wasn't sure.
So Inox, normal guard.
I saw a thread today that confused me.
Wait a
Somebody
minute.
was talking about focus.
That's number. Oh wait. He doesn't have. He doesn't have immobilize anymore.
no, that went away.
That went away.
All right.
So he swings at you
at me for
with
2.
an attack of 2, modified with
Crit.
the blessing crit.
The blessing crit.
Nice.
So you're gonna take
so I
4
take
damage.
4 damage.
Are you okay taking that?
Well, I healed up, so it's half my health, but I think
a good
that's
thing you
okay.
healed. It's a good thing you
It's a
healed.
very good thing that I healed. But this blessing actually doesn't stay in their deck. Blessings get removed after you draw them.
After you draw them, they're gone. But they could get blessed again, for all we know.
They could. That hurt.
That was pretty painful.
Yeah. But it might be better that it hit me and not an enemy because we need to keep them alive.
We really do. We have to be really careful here. All right, so that's the
Oh,
round.
man.
And at the end of the round,
Man.
all elements wane from strong, and all waning elements go to inert. So we still have ice in play in the waning column. We also have a chance to short rest if we like, which means we can recover all the cards from our discard pile, but then we have to shuffle them up and remove one at random and lose it.
Is
I don't know
retaliation
if I
a source
need-
of damage?
To do that. Yeah.
And then the other thing we need to do is we
Not
need to
attack,
shuffle
but it's damage.
there our decks if we got crits or crit fails, which we know that the monsters did, and then we also need to shuffle this stack
Alright,
of
okay.
shaman cards. You got it.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Who's only taken 2? Okay.
Blessed in the face. That's right.
Get blessed. Get blessed.
Top shelf shots. I like it. I like it a lot. So, how are we going to be able to deal with these guys? Is the question.
I mean, that Inox guard over there is really close to dead.
I can move over there and hit him.
But you're going to take the retaliate.
I can range attack him.
I mean, they're also clustered. I could do an AoE.
Big
at
AoE.
them.
I mean, you have goggles, so you can ensure that hopefully something bad doesn't happen with your attack.
Yeah.
Get advantage on your attack.
Maybe you focus on the bandit guard.
Well, I was thinking about coming over here because adjacency bonuses.
Oh, if you want to get
Maybe we
a
can
big
start
hit.
working on that shaman potentially.
I definitely want to move away from them because I don't
Okay.
want to be focused too much more. But where it'll go?
I can also pull. Is it cool if I pull this guy closer to us,
Where would he be though?
like here? Then I get adjacency bonuses once again.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
get
then,
a big hit on him.
then I wouldn't go for an AoE though,
Right.
which isn't the end of the world.
But then he's also not attacking that guard, which is good news.
Well, hopefully,
Yeah.
I just kill it
Yeah.
right
Agreed.
now, and then that'll be the end of him.
I mean, if you go late in the round, these guys are going to hit each other, basically. So you can just chill.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That is an option.
And if I go early enough, this guy will hit me. So, I think you're
We
pretty
could
safe.
do that. I could just sit there and get a shot on the guard and hopefully kill him.
Because then you're kind of in a central position. How are you doing over there, Jason?
No, I'm
Straya?
fine. I'm just not killing anything.
I mean, you're well protected with all that armor, which is great. It's fantastic. All right, so I'll go early on in the round, and I'll try to do some damage to that bandit guard.
What else am I going to do? So are you even moving?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you want me to move?
Oh, I was just looking
out
at
of the way.
my options. Oh no.
What's up?
I was hoping I could get the loot, but the enemies are all blocking it.
Oh.
Can't get there.
Yeah, they've kind of walled that area off, but if you kill them, there's going to be a lot of loot available.
Yeah. What to do?
Pick up the almost dead one. I think Desi's going to go for it. Yeah.
I might get wrecked by modifiers, but
I think you're safe, though. I don't think that guy's going to die to anything else unless he kills himself or somehow.
true.
I guess retaliate's a thing. But, the bandit guards don't retaliate. Only the Inox. So I think you're fine.
Yeah, I'm just looking for something to do with my bottom action.
I mean, you just got hit hard. Can you heal up?
I don't have any bottom heals. I don't have any bottom action heals. If I get an attack. If I heal, I'm not attacking.
I see.
That's the conundrum. I
Short
used
rest.
my bottom heal.
Too early.
I could.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm taking too long.
Oh, it's fine.
Alright.
So you guys tracking and following everything? I hope you guys are enjoying the cast. We're going to be doing this every 3 days.
Yeah. I'll just do this, but I'll go late.
36.
All right.
62.
12. And then the enemies, let's see what they're doing.
Guards are at 15. Shield 1. Ugh. Attack plus 0. Poison.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Poison.
Archers, move plus 1. Attack minus 1. Okay, that's fine.
It's good that they're doing less
Oh.
damage.
Oh, yeah.
With those
still-
early guards.
Shaman, move plus 0. Heal.
What?
He's not about this.
Let's just ignore the shaman.
I feel bad. It's like killing a guy. He's trying to heal himself.
We're not even like doing that much damage to him. I think he's just been hit by the other guys on the map.
Oh, this is bad though. Guards are going really early.
And they both have shield.
And they're...
They get shield and then they poison.
Which is funny.
I do go before them, which is good.
But will the bandit guard kill the Inox guard?
No, because I'm pulling him to hit
Oh,
me.
okay. You're going to do that now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
he has 12.
Okay. Then it should be fine.
I actually go first. Arisa is on the button. So I'm going to use
Okay.
the bottom side of my smoke bomb to do a pull 2 at range 3. So when you have an ability with pull on it, you basically draw that target a number of spaces closer to you, and each space has to be closer to you for each number that you have. So this is a pull 2. I can do it on a target that's up to 3 spaces away. So let's take a look at the map and see how this is going to work. So we have this guy who's 3 spaces away from me, bandit guard number 1, and I'm going to pull him 2 spaces closer to me. And if there's a tie, I can choose which space he enters. So I'm going to put him here and surround Desi with as many things as possible, obviously.
It's just where I want
That's
to be.
exactly where you want to be.
I love it.
2 Inox and
Wow.
a human.
Yep, that's what we do. And then after pulling, I'm going to use this ability called Venom Shiv. Attack 3 poison and gain 1 experience. So I'm going to be doing an attack 3 against Bandit Guard number 1, the guy I just pulled over here. And after the attack, he's going to get poisoned. And I'm going to gain an experience. So let's see how much damage I do. 3 plus 1 is 4 damage to Bandit Guard number 1.
-1 for its shield.
Yes, it does. The elites do have
So
shield.
3 damage, putting him at 5 total.
And then he's also poisoned, so we'll put a status effect
Oh, yep.
there to indicate that. A poisoned enemy, when attacked, will get dealt 1 additional damage.
Right.
And we're about to get poisoned and stuff too, which kind of sucks. But I am targeting this guy here and doing some damage to him, poisoning him, preparing him to feel some pain later on. I do also gain an experience, so I'll keep track of that.
Okay. So,
And I
is that
think
it?
that is the end of my turn.
And he hits you
So
back.
bandit or guards go next. Now
Bandit
Immediately
guards
strikes
first.
back.
He gains shield 1 now for the rest of the round. And then he has attack +0, and he's going to poison me.
3 attack with poison.
Yep.
So 3 plus 0
Is 3 damage.
is 3,
So I go from 8 to 5 health. Ouch.
and you get
I get a lovely poison.
Which must be healed off.
Yes, the way poison works is if you gain any sort of healing, it's going to remove the poison instead of healing you that amount of damage. Then after your poison is gone, you can heal normally.
Alright, I believe
I might be able to help you
Guard
later.
4 attacks. Inox Guard 6.
Bandit Guard
Bandit
4 hits Inox
Yep.
number 6.
They're
All
brawling
right.
attack.
over there
Did you shuffle that deck?
at the start of this round. No.
That's probably needed to happen. I think all the crits and stuff were there, yeah.
I forgot.
Alright,
Yep.
so rewind.
Rewind a little bit
Yep,
for
the
me.
crit is in there. So that was the only attack from them.
Yeah, we'll just flip 1 for me and adjust accordingly.
Yep.
You were probably busy with your figuring out what you were doing.
Yep, being slow as usual.
It's all good.
Alright, shuffle this all up. So you actually took 3.
But
It's
Times
a crit. It's a crit instead, and I am
There you
poisoned.
go.
Casual crit.
Now it's
Good
6.
shuffle, bro.
oh my god.
I think I'm gonna lose
Follow
a card
down
on this
rules.
Oh.
So I am poisoned, but I'm going to lose a card from my hand to mitigate the damage. Probably better at crit me than something else.
Better than
Crit me.
crit me again.
No,
or
then like
something
an
Oh,
enemy.
an enemy.
Yeah.
Why can't
So,
these crits be on the
I'm
bottom?
gonna lose my throwing
You can shuffle
knives.
next time.
I'm gonna lose my throwing knives, which is a little bit sad,
Alright.
but that's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
Much better.
Casual crit.
Now
this
guy
other one.
attacks this guy.
Plus 0.
So it does
3
plus poison, which is perfect.
2
Guard
Inox
6.
Leaving him
6.
very
1
vulnerable. Yeah,
He
if that
takes
guy had
3.
crit,
I
he's
need to
dead.
do an attack on him.
And he's
That's not a crit
poisoned.
fail,
Right.
basically.
He is really bloodied. But he has retaliate 2, so the guard
I love it.
takes 2 back.
So he's at 5, I think.
And number 3 or
Yeah,
4.
He's at 5 damage, I think.
Yeah, I'll just put a 5 there on him.
Very cool.
So he's getting hurt too.
Oh yeah.
He's at 5 out of 9.
Now the Inox guards
This one's 6.
go
1.
first. So
That one's
one is gonna walk up to me, and he's gonna hit me, and I'm poisoned, and I'm sad. But he
Yep.
also gains shield 1. Keep that in mind. And
Yep, so he's attack 3 plus 0.
all right, but
So
I'm
it's-
poisoned,
So it's
so
4.
it's actually 4 damage.
Oh my.
I'm just gonna take it, I suppose.
This is scary.
So I'm at half
Yeah,
health.
Guess I'll have to carry the team.
pretty much.
Yeah, he just says that casually. I'll
And
just have to
then
carry the team. No problem.
The other
Spellweaver, man, I'm
elite
broken.
guard
Yeah, you are kind of broken. Stop
is
being
going
broken.
to swing
Actually,
against
continue
the
being broken. I need your help right now.
against the
Oh.
bandit guard at 3 minus 1 minus another 1 for shield 2.
Yep. There's
So-
shield 2 on those guards.
Yeah, so it's only 1 damage to but he's also poisoned.
Wait, who are you hitting?
He was attacking this guy,
Oh, right.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It was 3 -1, then -1 for the shield.
Yep, and now he's poisoned.
No, he had shield 2.
Yeah, he has shield 2.
He takes no damage. He just gets poisoned.
Because
He has shield
and
1,
he has
and the
shield.
guards
he
got
has
shield
shield 2.
bonus 1, and he went first.
Oh, and it was -1. All right.
So he takes no damage.
But he still gets poisoned.
just poison.
Math is hard.
This is complicated. And
It's not that complicated. It's just a brawl. It's just
and
things
then
hitting each other
the
left and right.
normal Inox guard
Hits the shaman,
targets the
the
shaman.
MVP tank of the game.
Poor shaman, man.
He's full health,
For
Yeah, but
2
he's not instigating
-1
anything.
is 1
but he's poisoned
to the
now.
shaman.
So if he heals, he'll just heal
Also
off the poison.
poisoned.
Here, I got you.
I had it. There it is. Alright.
Okay.
Poisons are everywhere.
There's a lot of. That was a pretty bad card
Everything is
to draw.
poison.
I don't like the poison. The poison hurts.
Wow, and
That's
you are
funny.
surrounded
I'll be fine.
by enemies.
You might
It's
not
gonna
be.
turn.
Yeah. I think invisibility might be the actual play.
Alright.
Yeah, as Selamu is saying in the chat, even if no damage gets through, conditions still are applied. So even though I mitigated all the damage from that attack by losing a card, the poison still comes through.
So
and
we
it
finished
feels bad.
guards. What is your initiative?
But that's part of the game.
I'm 62.
You're 62, so archers are at 16. Move +1, attack -1. This is an elite archer. Is there anything else? And then there's a normal archer.
For the bandit archers, it's just those 2 left.
Alright, so this.
The elite archer
Focuses
strikes
me.
at Straya.
Alright,
Yep.
so
So
move
attack
+1, attack -1.
So it's hitting for
3
minus
minus
one is
1,
2.
2.
Crit me.
Modified
can't.
with 0, so 2 damage.
And so what
Take
happened?
down my frost armor. On the next 2 sources of damage, 2 suffer no damage instead.
Awesome.
Suffering no damage.
And you gain experience
gain
from
experience.
it, which is awesome.
Always good.
Okay. So now normal bandit archer targets shaman. Looks like.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
For 2 minus 1, so 1.
1 damage
modified by minus 1.
-1. So, but he's poisoned, so
Plus
he
1
still
for
takes 1
poison.
damage after all.
Yeah.
How many kills are we at?
We're at 2.
We're at 2,
and
but one
the
thing died.
Enemies are at
When
1.
4 die, we can't win.
Right.
Yep.
So now the Inox archers. There's only 1.
The bandit. Did this one just go?
He
Oh,
just
I wasn't
shot
paying
the
attention.
shaman.
Oh, okay, I got you.
He shot the shaman.
All right,
All right.
enjoy, Hefus.
And I'll never sing again. And now the Inox.
He's alone, right? He just.
I think he's the only.
He's got to run at. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, this is.
They're equidistant, right?
Everything's 4 away.
So
he
he's
picks
going to
the
go for the
elite?
lowest initiative guy, which is
This guy.
actually,
It's
yeah.
not the. Oh,
Oh, no, no,
the
it's the
bandit.
guard. It's this guard.
Can he
they
get
went
there?
It's not the
super
lowest
fast.
initiative.
Well, what's his range?
His range is.
Isn't it super huge?
I don't know.
Probably.
It's 4.
It's 4.
4,
So
he
yes.
can shoot him.
So he just shoots him.
Yeah.
For
Attack
-1.
-1. So for
No,
2.
he's actually
Right?
shooting this guy.
Oh my.
Oh, they're equidistant.
That could be really bad.
Oh,
Okay.
the kill steals.
All
He's
right.
shooting bandit.
But they do have
guard,
shield.
1.
Four
They have
shield
they have
two.
Oh,
shield
yeah.
2.
Shield 2 is amazing. Yeah, he's
yeah.
fine.
He's only at
But he's
5
also
and 9.
poisoned.
Shield 2 is disgusting.
Yep.
Oh, so it's
Okay,
really shield.
but
1.
but attack minus
You know
1.
he can't crit, so that's for sure.
Thank goodness you got that.
3 minus 1 modified with -1 is 1. Plus 1 from poison is 2.
Minus
Minus
2
2
from
from
shield
shield is 0.
0.
Does nothing.
Does absolutely nothing.
Still drunk. All right.
Still drunk. Got the crit miss and then the whiff. I
Whiff,
guess.
yeah, basically
See,
whiff.
Only Archer, I believe.
That's it.
Only Inox Archer.
Yep.
All right. So then
Last
16.
Last but not least,
Shame I
he
am.
moves none because he has move plus 0, but he's already next to the guard who's his focus target. And then he heals
The
3.
shaman.
Oh, at 23.
Yeah.
He heals 3,
Gets rid
and
of
that
his
just gets
poison.
rid of the poison. So he's done.
All right.
Okay.
So
Okay, all the enemies are done. Big enemy turn here.
Yep.
I'm
Hurt.
at 36.
It hurt a lot.
So I think I'm next.
They're hitting us.
Yeah, I'm 62.
So
Go
Inox
for
Guard
it.
6 has 1 health remaining. Perfect.
Yeah.
And then
He's
Bandit
hurting.
Guard 4 has 4 health plus poison. With
Yeah.
shield 2 though.
Yeah, it's,
Alright.
it's a hard round against those
Okay.
things.
Okay,
What
so
are you doing?
I've got Fire Orbs. Attack 3, range 3, target 3, gain 1 experience for each enemy targeted. Generate fire, lose this card.
Nice.
So this is one of the cards that has lose on it because it's a super powered awesome attack.
What do you mean? This should not have lose. It's so not.
It
should have lose.
It's
So
so
good.
good.
It's good.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
If you're playing a Spellweaver, Fire Orbs is where it's at.
Yep. So I think I will just.
Let's see the card here.
All right. Let's start with, I guess, the Inox Guard 6. So 3
Are
basic.
you gonna use your goggles at all?
I did not bring my goggles.
I see.
Oh.
I sensed
I forgot
greed in
them
this
at
one.
home.
You forgot them at home.
Oh.
I bought them
darn.
and then I just left them in the box.
Just
So-
plumb forgot.
Left them in the box.
Number 6, -1. So 2 damage incoming to number 6. He has 1 shield, but he's also poisoned. He's dead.
Yay!
Okay.
So we've killed 3 things now. A loot token drops in its place,
Delicious.
and that went. Where'd the loot go? Can you point to it?
Whoa!
There it is.
All right.
All right.
Now I will target Mr. Bandit Guard 4.
Okay. He's also poisoned, so 3
3 plus 1, 4 minus
minus 2
1,
plus
basically.
1.
So 3 damage to him.
3 to Bandit Guard 4 puts him at 8 out of 9.
9.
Man.
Oh,
That
no.
shield kept him alive.
If you go
this
early
turn.
enough in the next round, you might be able to knock him out.
I'm gonna have to short it. We'll see.
Yep.
Okay, so and then last fire orb shall go to you, Bandit Archer 3
Okay.
for +0. So 3, 2, 3.
So he takes another 3 and goes to 6 out of 7.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
this
was
doesn't have shield. So
Right. Just 3.
3 damage. Yep.
good thing I have Flame Strike. Attack 2, range 2, gain 1 experience.
Ooh, on bottom side.
On bottom side.
Very cool.
Oh, here we
I
go.
will attack. Let's hope not for the crit miss. The Archer. +2, 4 to Archer. Killing it.
Got him.
So Archer number 3 is dead and drops a loot token.
The power of Spellweaver. Pick this class first.
Dang.
It's the best one. No.
So that puts us.
It's a very powerful one.
Yep.
That's for sure.
At
And that was one of the better
4
attacks you have.
kills. Right? We're at 4.
I believe.
Hey,
so.
Next Dragon, is
And
this
the
game
enemies
holding
are
up
at
to its
1.
huge hype? We've been enjoying it thoroughly. We've been playing the main
Absolutely.
campaign
High
a
quality
lot
game.
and really enjoying it. It's a really high quality
Hi-
game, like
highly
Jason
advise
is saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's my turn.
If you have any questions, Next Dragon, feel free to ask.
So.
All right.
All right.
It is Desi, the
Now it's
Tinkerer's turn.
Tinkerer's turn. Things
There's
are
a lot of low health targets over here, for sure.
Definitely eyeing that guard. I'm thinking about next turn though.
I might try to take out number 1 on my next turn.
Pass me the cards.
Number 1, he
Yes.
needs 4 damage, but he's poisoned.
You?
Like if you don't have to worry about him, I might just completely use the opposite sides of the cards I was intending to use.
Well, that's part of the game.
Because-
If you want to react
Yeah.
to what your opponents are doing, you can just change up your plan
Yeah.
entirely. Yeah.
Which I think is what I'm going to do. We'll see how this goes. So I took Toxic Bolt because I was going to poison that guard and try to pick him off. But he's already poisoned. So let's use the bottom portion of Toxic Bolt, which is attack 5, range 2, and gain 2 experience. It's lost.
Fire.
Oof, this is a big attack.
It's a bit overkill, but things are dying pretty quick. I just want to try and this will actually let me set up for next turn.
It's also nice that you're gaining so much experience. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's a huge attack.
So let's do it. Attack 5 onto the Ionized Guard. So it's 5.
So this guy, right?
Yep. +1. Plus another one. Is he poisoned? He's actually not.
He's not poisoned, but he's at 1 health.
But he took 6.
No, he's at 2 health. But he's dead. The point is he's dead.
He's blown up.
He's super dead. He's absolutely dead. And we have destroyed 4... No, how many enemies?
That's our 5th
5
kill.
enemies
So
of
give me
9.
these.
5 of 9.
That's pretty good.
Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
Sure.
7 of
Whatever
9.
that means.
Star Trek Voyager.
I know.
And then I'm going to use the top portion of Proximity Mine to create 1 6-damage trap
6 damage.
in an adjacent empty hex.
What?
Gain 2 experience when the trap is sprung by an enemy.
Walk into it, walk into it, walk into it.
So
Well,
I'm going
this
to
is a cool
grab
thing.
a trap and add it to the board.
So hold on for a second. Let's take a look at this proximity mine
Sure.
cards. You can see top side, he's losing 2 cards by doing this, but he blasted that guy for
Going
6
for
damage.
some big damage.
And then this one's also going to be a 6 damage trap, so that is pretty cool. And he's going to be going for some big experience grab here as well. I mean, experience, you gain a lot of experience by using the abilities on your cards. So you can see here that he's going to be getting 4 experience as long as that trap is sprung. All right.
So I'm going to put it right here. These are both lost.
Very cool.
I think that's an okay spot for it.
I think so. I agree. I agree with the play. I'm going to go jump in it now and die.
It
Sounds
denies him
good.
experience.
Does it?
does. I only gain experience when it's sprung by an enemy.
Yo. Get denied.
Take 6
Pretty
damage,
Just
denial.
jump in, embrace the 6 damage, and actually die.
Like, I'm helping.
Wow.
All right, so
Do
that
I
is
short
the
rest?
round, I believe, and that means it is round
I think
number...
I'll short rest.
What round is it for?
Wait.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah,
ice
so
goes
four.
away, fire goes to waning, in case you guys needed some of those elements.
Does
We
that-
have some shuffles here on
Oh,
things.
yeah, I'll get that.
Yep, and I gotta shuffle the monster deck, the monster modifier deck. Get those crits back in
Casually
here.
critters.
Oh, I definitely need those crits to be in there.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how...
It's to deny the monsters
That's how I
crits
get
on
ahead.
each other.
Yeah.
Super
So-
Well, the
important.
board has really cleared because of Jason's big swings and your big swings.
Seriously.
Guy, so this is awesome. Straya and Desi OP. All right.
Oh, I think I'm
All right, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I will burn this
thinking
card.
about short resting.
I chose Reviving
Good hits.
Ether, so I will suffer 1 damage.
Yeah, I think you need that.
Oh,
Does that trigger Frost Armor? I guess it does, right? Or
yeah.
damage?
It's a source of damage. It's not an
I
attack.
guess so.
I think it does.
Fine with that.
I think it does.
Yeah, so when you short rest, you shuffle up your discard pile, and then you remove one of them from the game, which is you lose one of them, which means you lose it for the scenario, you get it back after the scenario. But if you don't like the card that you lost, you can take 1 damage, and you can choose another card randomly to lose instead. So there's some mitigation there, which is exactly what Jason did in that circumstance.
Gotcha.
I'm there for the loot. I'll keep letting them swing big. Oh, you know I will. The loot is all over there, though.
Are you
With me!
Are you moving somewhere this turn? And if so, where are you gonna be?
I'm trying to decide if I should short rest right now.
Oh, okay.
I'll
I'll let you do that first.
because I can get some big hits in if I do.
Because
Maybe I should just try to guarantee that, number 1
guard
is dead.
right there is poisoned.
I can probably kill him myself.
He
This
only-
guy.
Yeah. He's got shield 1, but he's poisoned. He only needs 4 more damage.
Right.
Okay.
If I short rest, I can almost guarantee a kill on him. So
if you
maybe I'll just short rest.
rest there. No.
Let's see.
Only problem is these archers are too far away from my trap.
All right, choose a card for me to lose. Don't pick the one thing.
It's interesting. The elite bandit
That
guard has less movement.
Is a little bit sad, but
Oh no, was that the thing?
no.
Okay.
It was my smoke bomb invisibility, but I have another invisibility ability, so
Gotcha.
it's fine.
Okay.
Little bit sad, but it's okay.
So maybe I don't need to move then.
All right,
I could
I'm gonna go for
risk
some
and
huge,
stay in
huge hits
melee
here.
range.
Going for some big hits.
Dang, these guys might just kill me at any moment though.
If you go late, they won't, right?
Late enough.
Yep, that's the key. Can you go late enough?
Oh, I can definitely go late with Tink.
Sure. Or you could just get out of the way. I mean, that's another option.
It's like I want to be able to. It'd be nice if these archers moved a little closer. Maybe they will.
Thought this was a dungeon crawl. Looks more like a hack and slash. Any adventure, or just kill and get gold, buy loot? Or is this just the map they're doing? This map is very interesting and different
It's very brawly.
than other ones. This one's like, this is the map. But in most of the scenarios that you play in the main campaign, there are going to be multiple rooms, and each of them will have doors, and you won't know what's behind the door until you open it. And then you'll actually know what's going on. And there's going to be a story involved, so like when you open a door, something might trigger some new story text to be read, and the scenario will evolve as you're playing the game. So this is actually very different than what we've seen, which is actually kind of fun and exciting. Like this is very different. But in a way, I mean, like the tactical aspects of the game are very hack and slash. Mm-hmm. But then there's also story kind of woven into it as well. All right, hopefully Bandit Guard number 1 here is dead.
That's your plan.
That is my plan. I am trying really hard to do that early on.
Okay. I guess I'll just
Get them
try
off
to
your back.
keep. That would be good. I'll just try to bring some more damage. It's gonna keep trying to blow things up. I don't know if I can kill those two, the shaman and the guard,
Just push damage on them.
but I think that's.
Just don't
Best
set
I
them
can
up
do.
to die to each other.
Well, I'm hoping
Or
I'll
this
go
archer,
late
yeah.
enough to get him a big hit, and then maybe early enough next turn and finish him off.
Sure, and I'll be ready to come over there and
Yeah.
help too.
Let's try
Assuming the trap isn't in my way.
that. Yeah,
step
all
in
the
it.
things that were good pull targets are kind of dying or dead.
Well, I mean, are you planning on pulling something? If you can just move there, you can drag them into the trap. Is that the plan?
It can be.
I mean, you could do that next
I
round.
wasn't gonna do that
next
this turn.
Okay.
I was gonna maybe do that next turn.
All right. Sounds good. We got some plans.
And now I'll just set things up.
I like setting up. I like setting up big plays. I like making the plays. I'm probably going to go for some big plays
Yeah,
in
I
a bit
can't.
here.
I don't know if I can get to you. Maybe next turn I can heal you a little. We'll see.
All right. Cool. All right. We all down? Ready to roll? Here we go. Round number 4. I have number 4.
61.
21.
So those are our initiatives, and then the enemies, the
The
guards.
guards go at 30. Move +1. Attack -1. Archers go at 68. Attack
Ooh,
+1. Range
really
plus.
late.
Ooh. That's big
Ooh,
range.
attack +1, range +1. They might snipe some of
Ouch.
each other. That's
They
bad.
might hit me.
Shaman. Move +0. Attack +0.
Yo, he's not healing himself for once.
He's
At
like, hey!
62?
I'm gonna bop someone with my cane.
I'm tired of this.
Wait, is that 62?
Yes.
Am I
That's
the
so
Overwatch
bad.
player? I am not the Overwatch
He's
player.
just barely not. He's not going to draw aggro from the
I
guard.
play Overwatch. Overwatch is nice.
Jason plays Overwatch, but I assume there's some Alucard out there
Oh.
that plays Overwatch, and
Oh,
that's what
okay.
he's asking about.
That's no.
Oh, maybe it is. I have played Overwatch. But as Lord Reliant is saying, the legacy aspects are pretty amazing. The game evolves and you unlock new things, and there's new story bits that get added to the game. It's almost like you're kind of thrown into the world, and like things get revealed about the world to you kind of organically. So it's a pretty awesome experience. And this is a mini campaign that's separate from the main campaign. No spoilers here, don't worry. But the actual campaign is awesome too. All right, so
can't
I
believe
guess I
this
go
guy's been
first with my
untouched.
initiative of 4.
This guy's been untouched. Freaking just
guy?
sitting there like
Just
missing,
sniping
and
everyone.
then now he's got like scary attacks.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's see what we can do
That
here.
guard. This could be bad for me.
I'm going to use the top side of Flanking Strike to make an attack 3, add +2 attack, and gain an experience when the target is adjacent to any of your allies. So with Desi's adjacency here, we can see Desi's here, and the Bandit Guard number 1 is here, and I'm here. I'm flanking him pretty well. So I'm going to smash in for 5 damage. Modified
Seems good.
with -1.
That's 4.
But
Minus
he is,
1 for his shield.
He has a shield, so that's 3, but he's also poisoned. So I deal
4.
him 4 damage and gain 1 experience.
And that is enough to kill guard number 1.
Alright, I had a contingency plan again, and I didn't need to use it.
He's out of there.
He is out of there, and a loot falls in his place.
There we go.
Yep. So now
5 kills.
we are at 6 kills.
Ooh.
Yep, we
Yeah.
got a tally over here.
So we need 3 of the 5 remaining.
Yep, we're getting there.
Yep.
Now, I was going to use my Thief Snack, yes, a snack, to do some extra damage if I needed to, but I'm not able to. But I can use the bottom side here to move 2.
Just like beat him with like trail mix.
And so, is there a particular place you want to be? Because I'm probably picking up one of the loot again.
I guess I'm moving this turn. But I'm probably just going to move 1 back so I can do a pull next turn. Not onto the loot, between like just 1
Okay,
way.
I'm just going to go here and be safe. Then
That's
I can
fine.
work my way up that way, getting more loot.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Okay. So, I don't think I need to go invisible. I think I'm alright. I think I'm okay.
You're safe over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save my invisibility for another turn. But these cards are discarded, and I think what I'm going to do is immediately use my Minor Stamina Potion. It's an item that says, during your turn, recover up to 2 of your discarded cards. So I can immediately use this to grab back the cards I just discarded. So, but that is lost. So now I can't use this stamina potion again until the next encounter. What's interesting about items that are lost is that are consumed is that they refill once you're done with the scenario. So you don't lose them permanently. But I'm going to use that here.
Okay.
All right. So I am done with my turn. It is now
You're 21.
Drea's turn.
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to move 2 with the bottom half of any card, but it's freezing Nova this time. But I'm just using it for move 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a lost card, Impaling Eruption, for this
Ooh.
one guy. But whatever.
That's going
Attack
to be a
3.
big attack.
Yep. Attack 3, range 4. Additionally, target all enemies on the path to the primary target. Couldn't do anything cool with that, unfortunately. Gain 1 experience for each enemy target. Generate Earth. Bit of a mouthful. And not a crit fail. +0. He's dead.
Perfect.
Against that guard.
Yep.
Oh, because he's
Poisoned.
super weak.
So we just used the
Can be,
bottom side of Freezing Nova here to move 2. Because again, you can use any bottom side of a card. That's what I just did to move 2. And then he's got this Impaling Eruption, huge ability that he wasn't able to use like super optimally, but he did get a kill out of it. Which again, that's what matters at the end of the day here. So we are 7 of 9 into our completion here.
Star Trek Voyager, the cringening. That's some badass.
Jerry Ryan.
Jerry Ryan. Freaking.
I'm
bored.
worried though.
But
You're worried.
I'm worried about me.
that was the only way.
You're worried about you. You have a lot of cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to discard some cards for this one. We'll see what happens. I'm about to get wailed on though.
You're about to get shot up. That's for sure.
Yep.
Using the lost card was the only way I could get the loot and hit the guard.
I think
it's
Zard.
worth.
I think
I
this
still
guy
have
is going to
reviving
shoot
ether.
it at Straya there, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was going to
Oh,
anyways.
that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Because
guards
he
are
has
next,
5 range.
right? At 30.
Guards have initiative 30, so they
So-
move +1, attack -1.
This guy?
There's only one guard, and he's right here, and he's going to hit the...
Me.
What? He's going to hit you. You have
I'm
the lowest
61
initiative.
versus 62.
Oh no, the shaman was 62.
That's so bad.
He didn't
Oh.
get the Mr.
Alright.
President bonus.
So
That
the
hurts.
guard, normal Inox guard, swings at me for 2, -1. Phew.
Feels good.
1 damage is okay with me. Staying alive. Exactly.
Mortai has one character in the party that really hates vermlings, and we have a mind thief in the party. That's pretty hilarious. There's some good role-playing opportunities. I know my character is well hated by our party in our campaign. But anyways.
Yep.
Oh.
Is it your character?
Oh.
my God.
The truth hurts. Oh man, and Tacos All Day says worth mentioning that the combat is tons less fiddly than other dungeon crawlers. Only thing that blocks line of sight is walls. No BS measuring from hex corner to corner. No rolling to see if you can break away from an enemy when moving. Agreed. Yes, it is very streamlined and very easy to follow things. We made a couple missteps earlier, but that was just us being ditzy.
It's because Ralph's not here to do all our...
Yeah, Ralph is usually the
He's on the
bookkeeper,
ball.
so we're learning.
He's on the
Yeah.
ball for the bookkeeping.
He'll be here next time. He'll save us.
Save
We're
us.
getting better.
Quotations.
Wait, why are you telling me to burn more time? Please.
Dang.
Please.
Yeah, burn out.
Why can't these guys do it enough? Why can't you be nice to
You
me
burn us.
too? Oh.
All the time.
Mortai doesn't like greed.
All right.
That's for sure.
So, guard hit you,
Yep.
then it's you.
And it's me. This is a little tricky. I really wanted to move so the next turn I could pull the shaman.
It's fine. You can just
If I move closer, that archer's going to shoot me.
Oh.
Will I survive with 3 health?
Both of you can die.
Probably not. I'm not dying.
I
yet.
might just have to lose some cards, but this game feels like it's wrapping up, so losing cards is probably fine.
You're gonna go for
So I'm
some
gonna do
crazy
some
things,
risk
aren't you?
instead. I'm gonna do a little bit of risk instead, set up for next turn. But before I move away, I have a little gift. Little gift for those 2 folks that I've been hanging out with all night long, and that gift is flamethrower.
Hey, Mortai wanted some burn.
You
Let's
got
get
it,
him
buddy.
some burn.
Just turn and
You
burn
got
out.
it. Flamethrower. So it's
That's what he said. Burn out.
so to attack 3, wound, generate fire, gain 2 experience, lost, and it attacks a adjacent triangle of hexes in front of me. So Allie will put that over on, and you can see that from my positioning, I can hit the shaman and the guard there.
All right.
So let's do attack 3 against
Shaman or guard?
the shaman first. So 3 + 1, 4 damage onto the shaman. Puts him at 6 out of 9.
HP remaining.
And then 3 - 1 against the guard. So only 2 damage to the guard.
But he's gonna retaliate against you, I believe.
Oh, does he?
or which one of them will. Number 4 will.
No, he's normal.
Oh, he's normal. Oh,
And
we've
he's
already
a-
killed all the elites.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
never mind.
There's no retaliate. There's
Good
no
to go.
elite guards.
Good to go. So he flamed in a cone over here, basically, in a
Yep.
triangle.
And they're both wounded, actually.
Ooh, so there's a new condition, wound. What wound means is at the start of their turn, they take 1 damage. So
Hopefully they
that could
won't.
actually be bad
Hopefully
if
they don't
die
die
from
from
it,
it.
because it doesn't count towards their objective if that's the case. But I don't think they're at a point where they're going to die from that.
He's only at 4, and he's at 6 of 9.
I'm a little concerned about the shaman dying.
Well, he'd better be alive at the start of my next turn, or the whole reason for me moving there with the bottom portion of enhancement field is so I can kill him next turn in spectacular fashion. So he'd better be alive.
That means you're going to get hit by that archer. You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That's a risk I'm going to have to take
That's a risk you
For
are
glory.
willing
for
to take.
all the glory.
For glory, shaman's turn. Move. Plus
Oh,
0.
and I...
Attack.
Oh, well.
Plus 0.
So you just use the bottom side of this to move.
Yep. Just moving a little.
And we'll see maybe that come into play later. Where you can power up some
I
awesome
believe
attacks.
the shaman attacks the guard. Shaman has 3
Yeah,
damage.
62.
The shaman is attacking. What is this?
He's finally fed up. he's
People knocking on his
Probably
door.
gonna get hit by retaliate and then
No,
die on
there's
his
no
turn.
No, there's no
Retaliate.
retaliator again. There's no
Normal.
elite.
Oh yeah, he's not elite.
I keep making that mistake too.
So attack 3 Is it just base 0?
Oh yeah.
It is base 0.
Plus
doing his normal
0.
stuff.
3 damage
To the god.
onto the guard.
Which leaves him at 1 health. He will die on his turn if he does not die to something else, I
So
think.
he's at 7.
Next turn.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's good. He's set
Someone's
up
just
to
gotta
be
boot
dead.
good.
Gotta bop him.
Okay.
Bop it.
And archers are last.
Pull it.
So I guess he attacks you. You're the closest.
Yeah, I'm 3 away. So the elite archer, Inox archer, attacks me for 3
Plus 1.
plus 0.
4 damage.
There's a plus
Oh,
one
plus
on the,
one
on
is
the card
4.
itself. So
So
it hits
I-
you for 4.
So I have 3 health, so I'm going to discard or lose a card from my hand to negate that damage.
Right.
Withered Yet, man.
He
We need more
negates all the
enemies.
damage, which is great. It's not 1 card per health.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awful. But
I
in this
guess
case, if he
this
took
one.
the damage, he would be exhausted anyway, so he might as well lose
Might
a
as well
card.
lose 1 card versus all of them.
He could lose 2 cards from his discard pile instead if he wants, but
Believe
he's going for 1 card
this
this
archer
time.
attacks the shaman.
Shaman is closest target.
Wait, did we do? We did Inox shaman or archer for whatever.
Yeah, he just
Wait,
attacked
you
me.
discard your proximity bonus?
Yeah, we should have done the
No.
bandit archer.
Oh.
Or did we already?
Technically, this is already lost.
Did
I guess it's in effect.
Did we already
Yeah.
do the bandit archer?
No.
Okay, they go first, but it doesn't really matter. So bandit
Oh,
archer.
they do. I guess this was his modifier card.
Oh, okay.
It does matter.
Oh yeah.
So he attacks
the
shaman.
Shaman.
for +1 plus
So 3
+2. So 3 base
plus 0.
plus 0. So he hits him for 3. He hits the Inox shaman for 3.
And
Kills
he
him.
dies.
Oh no.
He sniped him.
Shaman, no! Why you do this?
Why heal?
Oh, which wrecks my play. Dang it. Dang it all.
Then he
it
attacks
cleared
you,
a
so you
path.
get a different modifier, I guess.
Yeah, and then the other one hits me for -2.
There you go. Only 2 damage, right?
So
Or was it?
It's
Yeah.
a 3 damage attack?
it was
Oh, no,
3
4.
plus 1.
4
So you
minus
take
2.
2.
Okay, I'll take it.
You're gonna go to 1 health?
Yeah, I'll keep. I
That
want
is
this card
dangerous, my friend.
back. I
You
want
guys
the
can
card
die.
back.
I have ether still.
I got
still have
cards.
ether.
Oh, I know.
It's all good. But my mine. My beautiful mine.
Hey, your mind could still happen. Don't worry.
All right.
Believe in dreams.
Okay.
I'm gonna be ether.
I'll
on this
believe. Okay. So is that archers were last, right?
Yep.
Archers were last. Yeah, I
Very,
think
very
that is
last.
it.
Okay. So we need we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. We need 2 more kills.
2 of the 3 kills need to happen here. And
Inox Guard is 1 away, and the other 2 guys aren't hurt at all.
they've just been in the middle of the room, just like shooting at everything.
Shooting arrows all over the place.
They've been unchecked. Thanks for running this, Tacos. Couple things you got wrong in your first scenario. Again, questions are welcome, man. Like, we're going to be doing this the whole time, so definitely come back and see us. We'll be back on Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time if you want to catch the second scenario as well. But you can also play on Tabletop Simulator. You can play yourself. This is just an awesome experience to bring the community together. That's what we want it to be.
I'm gonna.
What are you focusing on?
I'm gonna ether and then greed for experience. So nothing.
What?
Experience.
You can look at my hand.
You're not even going to do any...
I can't do anything.
Oh, okay. You're just
I have 2 range attacks in my hand. I could move up, and then, but then I wouldn't be ethering, so I might die. So I need to ether.
I got
and
you.
I can't pair ether with anything else that's really useful.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're just going to heal up.
I can't set you up
Chill.
this turn, but I can set you up the next turn.
For mine?
For your mine. Yeah.
Something has to be closer.
It will be.
Okay. Do I need to move?
You shouldn't. I mean, unless you need to get in position to do something else.
Not really.
I mean, if you move adjacent to the guard, it helps me. But I mean, I think I can probably just kill him.
He's 1 away. You just need to go before anyone else.
Yep.
Because any slight breeze will kill him.
I think I can cover that.
Just
I think
sneeze
I got
on
that.
Just sneeze on him.
I think I can go before him.
But what enemy do I need to be ready
Maybe
to pull?
just back up against that. Either of these guys, really.
Shouldn't we just be greeting if you can kill that guy? Because they can't kill each other.
Well, we need to not die, too.
Right. No, it's fine.
That's also important.
That is kind of important.
They're gonna still shoot us in the face if.
I mean, I guess we could run around and loot if that's what you're thinking about.
I mean, I think we can if you wanted to.
Don't worry, I'm doing some of that.
He's probably going to get all this stuff right here.
Don't you worry, my friends.
So I'm getting no loot is what I'm hearing.
Oh, God.
Not at this turn.
But,
Okay, so I'll just be in position. I mean, ideally we pull like the
elite guy.
Yeah, but he needs
I can
to
get
be
in.
closer.
I can get in position to pull him to where you can.
Like I can only pull him 2 at range 3.
Next turn we'll do it.
Okay,
Man.
so let's plan for that.
Oh wait, no! I lost that card.
can you not kill?
Oh.
Can you not sneeze on this
Dang
guy?
I lost that card. I forgot I lost it.
Can you like shove him?
I'm gonna
over?
kill. I'm just gonna kill
I don't
number
have
3.
anything that pushes.
I mean, we can just
Yeah.
try to get away from them so they move. That's the only other situation.
No, I think that's
Sorry.
what I'll do. I'll just sort of move away.
I forgot that I lost that card. I was
And
like,
I'll
where is that card?
And maybe I'll shoot at the
Wait,
other guy.
So you are or aren't sneezing on him?
I am trying to kill him.
He's gonna kill him.
Okay.
I am also doing something else. Which you should know what I'm doing.
Bandit, archer.
You should understand
I think I
Okay.
understand
the
at this point.
situation.
Okay.
You should
I know what we're
absolutely
doing here.
understand
Think I
the
get it.
situation. The situation should be understood.
All right.
And you can't stop it.
Burn Alu!
Burn Alu!
No, it's fine. It's not my loot that you're
I'm coming for you!
You're
I'm coming, dude!
Oh my gosh. I've
All
only
right.
gotten 1, man. I need to step my loot.
I'm
All right.
being a scoundrel, my friends.
I'm
And
down.
it feels amazing.
I'm down.
But then he's also being a scoundrel.
Yes. Alright,
Flip.
my initiative is 4.
80.
16. So
Alright.
there's
Enemies, there is an Inox guard, and there's
archers.
2
No-
archers,
no
one of each
shamans.
archers. No shamans, so we don't flip a card for the shamans.
So just
We can even just remove those
Yeah.
cards from play.
Goodbye,
at this point.
Shane.
They are gone.
Yep.
Poor guy.
Poor guy.
He wasn't offensive enough.
Yeah.
Just sat there and died. So, flip. 15. Shield 1, retaliate 2.
Shuffle this
For
one.
guards.
Go. Yep.
Ooh.
Some retaliate there.
Well, I go before him, so hopefully I can knock him out before that guy
And
gets shielded and retaliates.
if you kill a target in melee with retaliate,
you don't take retaliate damage
Right.
because
He's just dead.
they're dead.
They're actually just dead.
As much as they would like to retaliate against you for killing them, they can't.
So the archers will move +0, attack +1, range -1. Ow, at 32.
Oh, good.
That's gonna hurt.
But range -1.
He can
Yes.
still hit you. if
Which
that's
means
what
they might have to move to catch us. Which is what I care about.
Fair.
That is all I
Well,
care
I'm not
about.
gonna be relevant this turn for their movement.
Okay.
So, anyways, it is my turn. I have initiative 4. It's hard to beat a 4. Just is.
It is with these
Alright, I'm going to
characters.
use one of my favorite abilities on the scoundrel. Oh, it feels so good.
Oh my god.
It feels so amazing.
Everyone look away.
Begins with an S, ends with a bow.
Alright, this is Swift Bow. It's a level X ability, and I encourage
like never
all you
not taking it.
scoundrels out there to always take this card.
never
It
not
is
having
the
it.
most
Time.
efficient way of looting things in
It
the
is.
game.
It really is.
Yeah.
Crazy
I
good.
actually released a scoundrel class overview that you can find on the YouTube channel where I kind
Don't
of
watch
deep
his.
dive
It's really scumbag.
where I deep dive into how the class works, go into the level 1 and X cards, and give you some tips and tricks on how to play the scoundrel. So you guys can find a link to my YouTube down below in the profile. But like, this ability is like by far the most efficient looting ability I've seen in the game.
Just like imagining your video, and you're like, this is what other players see on the board, and it's got like all the figures and stuff, and the traps, and the doors, and it's like, this is what scoundrels see, and it's like only loot tokens, and then the treasure
treasure
chest,
chest.
and it's like, this is how you should play.
So
Yep.
the Swift Bow
Oh,
on
gosh.
bottom side, yeah, there's an attack 3 range 4 on the top. That's fine. I mean,
Like,
whatever.
what? There's something on the top of this.
Doesn't even matter.
Doesn't even matter.
He's never even read it.
It's one of the only range attacks the Scoundrel does have to start off. So I mean that's of note. Attack 3 range 4 is pretty good, but the bottom side is the dream. Move 4, loot every hex you enter with this action. So you don't have to play a card that has loot on it. So for example, the throwing knives that I lost earlier has a loot 2 on the bottom side and then you lose it. Now that's all and good because loot 2 means loot everything within 2 hexes of you. But then you lose the card and you're not making progress towards enemies. You're not able to really do anything else other than use this to loot. But this allows you to move and loot simultaneously, which is fantastic. So
Yep.
I'm going to use that to its best ability here. And I'm going to move 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I entered 2 spaces with loot tokens in them. And so I gained both of them. Which
There
is
you go.
amazing. Really amazing.
Nice.
The important part is.
Oh wait, I need to be here. So I still get them all.
Oh yeah, you just moved 3.
Yeah, I want to move 3, not 4.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes. I need to actually attack the guy I'm next to.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Go for it.
Okay, then the other card I played was the Flanking Strike. That was my 4 initiative card here. Which is attack 3, add +2 attack, and gain an experience when the target is adjacent to any of your allies, which is actually not true in this case, sadly. But I still will get an attack 3 off. So I'm going to go for... I was really using it for its awesome initiative to make sure I go first. So, attack 3, vanilla.
Hope you get him.
I hope I get him. -1. He takes 2 damage, and he's dead.
That's enough.
That is enough to get it
Boom.
done. That is enough to get it done, my friends. So we have killed 8 of the 9 enemies that we need to defeat in order to complete this scenario successfully.
Okay.
Alright, so I removed him off the game board. We have a loot token here now. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go invisible. So I'm going to use my Cloak of Invisibility, which was an item I purchased here For 20 gold, during your turn, gain invisible. So that condition means I can't be targeted or focused by enemies. They'll treat me as obstacles. And I'll be pretty safe here. I'll be pretty good to go. So I can kind of hang out in the middle here and be ready to strike at them later on.
Yeah. Okay.
And that is consumed, and that is the end of my turn.
All right. So next would have been the guards, but they're all dead. So no.
Yeah, we just finished off the
So
guard, so
16.
it's really just
So it's you, I believe.
Yeah. So
Desi's turn.
let's see. That archer has 5 health. Do we actually want to greed, or can I go for the kill this turn?
If you can kill it,
Oh,
right?
All right, let's go for
I
it.
say you go for kills if you can get them.
All right, I'm going to use the bottom portion of Energizing Tonic, which is move 6, gain 1 experience, and is
What?
lost.
Move 6, dang. That's a huge move.
I'm just getting some loot.
Oh. Go greet his loot.
Can I?
Yeah.
If you want.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I'm not
6.
going
I
for
guess I could.
Go. You're not denying.
I
me.
don't know if
Make
that's
it
more
I'm not going
important.
for it.
It'll be more relevant for me.
It doesn't help me much, though. Actually, I should be a little closer to the trap, I guess. Take this one instead.
Dang it, dude. Wanted to live the dream.
Oh, wait, I need to make sure. Well, hopefully it doesn't matter, but if there is another round, range is what, 1, 2.
So he's
The archers have
he's moving 3 with his move.
archers
6.
have less range this turn.
They have minus one range.
So their range is only 3.
I'm getting hit by both right now.
You're invisible.
Oh wait, I'm invisible.
You're invis.
You're getting hit by the bandit. He's getting hit by the Inox elite.
Okay, dang. He's not going to move towards me. So it doesn't really matter which one I pick up.
I don't think I'm gonna hit him. If it's range -1.
He has moved.
They have moved.
Oh yeah, check it.
He can just move in range.
Eh,
Yeah,
whatever.
okay. So it doesn't really matter which one.
Yeah, just
Doesn't matter.
But I'll gain 1
For me.
experience. Do you want me to get the other one? I can move the other one.
No, I mean that one. That.
Oh, I'm not getting that one.
That's what I'm saying.
Should I? I actually can.
Sure. It's more greed for me. That's for sure.
But then I'm getting
then you're
targeted.
getting hit by both.
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Shut up.
I want more loot.
It's like I would gladly trade your life.
Cry,
for 2 gold.
cry.
Yeah. Correct. 100% of the time.
This guy.
Now I'm going to try to be a little lucky here. I'm going to try and one-shot this archer with Ink Bomb. Attack 4, range 3, gain 1 experience for each enemy targeted. Generate Night, and it attacks. It's lost and attacks in a triangular region
You're making some plays here.
ahead of me. There aren't many grouped up enemies. I only gain 1 experience, but I'm going to use goggles, my Eagle Eye goggles, to gain advantage on this attack.
Ooh.
So hopefully I can get. They only have 5 health, so if I can get a positive modifier, he is blown up. So let's draw 2. I see a -2
It's good to get that out of the way.
and +1. So that's 5 damage onto this archer, bandit archer, and he goes from all of his beautiful little life down to 0.
Very nice.
And I'll gain another experience from that. And now we have killed 9 enemies.
Yep. So it is really just a matter of the archer's turn and Jason's turn, and then we should win. Then we win.
Risher moves up, attacks me. Kindly flip a card.
Oh,
So you don't win immediately, you win at the end of the round.
-1.
The full round
So
plays out.
hits me for 3 damage. I will take 3. I will lose this card.
To prevent the damage. There you go.
yeah, sure.
Alright, and then it's my turn. I
Yep.
will use Reviving Ether. I'm gonna use bottom half of Aid from the Ether to summon Mystic Ally
Yep.
two
A little
experience.
late, but it
two
does gain you
experience.
2
Do you
XP.
need a
Importantly.
summon?
I mean, it's
But you might as well do it.
Yeah, let's show them
You did it.
how the summon
Well,
works.
okay.
Just put it on
Fair
the,
enough, I
the
guess.
board.
But
So
you
whenever
played
you
the card.
whenever you summon something, you summon it into an empty space, so it can't be on a loot token.
Yeah.
That's
let's
adjacent
put him
to
back
you.
here.
So he's
Sure.
gonna
Nestle him back here.
nestle his Mystic Ally. And what does that Mystic Ally do?
The Mystic Ally is a summon with 2 health, 2 movement, 3 damage, and 2 range. But more importantly, it's got 2 experience.
So it stays in effect until it dies.
Yep.
Summons always move directly before your character initiative. So whatever you flip up, they move just a hair ahead of you. And they behave like monsters in terms of targeting enemies and their movement and attacks.
Yep.
And then, I'm going to Reviving Ether. Recover all your lost cards.
Okay.
Plop! He's gone.
So the Mystic Ally is a lost card, but Reviving Ether allows you to recover them. Let's take a look at how they interact together. Because the moment that this
Nice.
ally comes into play, the card is lost. So that's that Mystic Ally that he played here.
I've still got 6 in hand and discard. We can keep going.
And then he Reviving
We
Ethered
could,
everything.
but it ended.
And
Murder
both of
stuff.
you guys generated Night, apparently.
But I did it
Crazy.
first. So someone is the true Dark Bringer.
Dark Magician.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's
Please.
more ink. I just made things really dirty. Sprayed ink everywhere. You're trying to conjure like demonic energy, and I just like cracked a
Same
ballpoint
effect.
pen. It's like squirt. Fountain pen attack.
And then someone drinks the fountain pen to
Yep.
do better things like consume night to kill a normal enemy.
Consume night. Consume.
All
night.
right, so we have won the scenario,
Won the
and
day.
somehow this Hinox card still survived. But
Well,
let
we
us
didn't have to
read
kill
the-
everything.
we have to read. We get to read the conclusion here. You've beaten so many people senseless in the brawl that you start to get a little lightheaded, much like a night with too many drinks. As the carnage wanes in the background, you lean against a table, overcome with an emotion: dissatisfaction.
Aww.
Normally, these fights are the only thing that dispels it, but tonight, not even the thrill of a good brawl can fill the void inside of you. Your life should mean more than this. You're wasting away in this den of wrath and debauchery. Given enough time, no doubt you will fade away into the background too, indiscernible from the rest of these drunks. But it's not too late. You can still take your fate into your own hands and find true adventure. You just need to make the decision to change. So, where will we seek adventure? Option
Oh.
number 1,
Oh, there's
head
a ton
into
of
the
stuff.
frozen peaks of the Coppernecks to the north. Option
Okay.
number 2, head towards the bustling capital to the west. Option
Oh.
number 3, head in the direction of the Valrath deserts to the south. Option number 4, climb aboard a ship headed out into the Eastern Sea. Option number 5, screw it, stick around town to look for adventure. And so
Dang.
these are the options that not just us, but the community, the larger Gloomhaven community, have the opportunity to vote on. So if
Yeah,
I type...
all 50,000 people that have supported the Kickstarter and anyone watching, literally anyone anywhere, can go vote.
Right. And there's the link to the Scenario 1 vote right there. So if you guys click on that link, you guys will be able to tell Isaac your opinion. Make your opinion heard. You can post in the thread if you want. But importantly, there's a place at the top where you can vote for which option you want. I know each of us will make our own decisions, but we can talk about what we're interested in, for sure, right now.
I mean, off the get-go, because I've seen the map for Gloomhaven, the only thing that's not really available to go in the current game is the capital.
Right.
So I'm
Well,
curious to see what's off.
There's a
in
couple
the
things on the
capital.
map that we're not really sure about here.
Well, maybe, but
But-
in general, some of
yeah.
the stuff is here. But the capital strikes me as an interesting place.
Yes.
For a mercenary looking for some action, maybe looking for some big targets, bounties or something. So that one stood out to me.
Yeah, Capital is definitely an intriguing one. That's probably my second choice to the deserts. I think the Valrath
Ooh.
deserts could be
Yeah.
pretty exciting.
Valrath
I always
desserts are
like-
delicious, I hear.
They might treat us to some ice cream in their desert,
Yep.
I guess. I don't know.
Some flambe.
So I'm pretty set on the deserts. What about you, Jason?
That's my vote.
That's your
Desserts.
vote?
Two
Dessert?
deserts.
When in doubt, follow your stomach.
Yeah, I think so.
Mortai likes the capital.
All right,
Awesome.
There we go. Other people saying capital.
Lord
Good
Reliant
stuff.
says C for capital.
C for
See?
confidence.
There we go.
Ace of Death wants to just stay in the bar.
Stay in the
The next bar
Don't
challenge.
even move.
Hey, I mean that's the option 5.
we don't
basically.
even get a road action. We just stay where we are and pass out until the next.
Think about money in the
adventure.
capital. I think there's money in the desert. I think there's some buried treasure in the desert.
Bear treasure, huh? I'm honestly very surprised you didn't want to go out to sea.
That's a little meta, but yeah.
Yes, but that's exactly what I was thinking you would want.
Yeah, that would have been a pretty fun option, but I'm excited for the deserts.
Fair enough.
Deserts, man.
Fair enough.
I mean, where there's deserts, there's sand, and where there's sand, I think of a beach. And where there's a beach, I think of treasure maps, where you can go dig up and an X marks the spot, and then dig up some.
This
dreams.
is his logic.
This is wow.
Pay attention.
This
This is
Very
how
nice.
this is how the scoundrel play.
Oh man.
But the capital, which is full of people and merchants and money exchanging hands, has no interest for him. Rather just go to a big empty wasteland.
Doubloons, I tell you, yo harm yar.
The blue.
Exactly.
Wait for
Oh,
some
see,
doubloons.
tacos.
We never
though.
did our
Wait,
battle
we're not
goals.
done.
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta reap our rewards.
Yes, so we reaped the rewards of our challenge. I just wanted to hear, your opinions after hearing about them.
Sure.
So, based on the completion of the scenario, we get to reveal our battle goals and see if we completed them.
Go first. What do you got?
Sure. So, chat picked mine.
It was B.
I-
It was
It
C.
was B. I have the Streamliner battle goal. Have 5 or more total cards in your hand and discard at the end of the scenario. So, I actually have 7, which is
Hand
pretty
and
good.
discard. Oh,
Yeah.
that wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad. So, I do earn myself a check mark.
Nice.
And I'll be marking that on my character sheet.
Seems good.
Yeah.
I had Masochist.
Ooh.
So your current hit point value must be equal to or less than 2 at the end of the scenario. And I am at 1 HP.
You made it.
Got it.
Got him. Nice.
So I was kind of trying to get myself
Hit a little bit.
smacked around a little.
Is that why you put the trap down?
Just in case.
In case, just like walk into it.
Just like
That
7
would have
HP.
been a weird sort of plan C. To like full heal myself and then
Yeah.
walk into the trap.
That would have been pretty funny.
Originally I wanted to pull something into it, but then the shaman died and then everything was dying, so trap didn't get to do its thing, but I do get a check mark.
Awesome.
I had Purist. Use no items during the scenario for 2 check marks. Got it.
So that's why he didn't bring his goggles with
Yeah.
him. He decided to leave them at
Genuinely
home.
forgot them, and it just happened. To
And it
work.
just happened to align
Yeah.
with his battle goal.
Perfect.
Nice.
It's the forgetful
2
battle
checks.
goal.
2 checks. Early on, that one is almost like
Pretty
free
free.
checks. But later on, when you have lots of items, it's tough
Hurts
to make that
hurts
decision.
Quite a bit more.
Yeah.
And then scenario level 1 has different rewards. So based on the number of loot tokens you get 2 gold per loot token. So I earned 4, which is 8 gold total.
I only had 1, so 2 for me.
I had 1 as well.
Okay,
Okay.
so each of you guys earned 2 gold. And then we gain bonus 6 experience on top of what we earned during the scenario, which for me was 3. So I got 9.
I'm at 14
Dang.
total.
That's still awesome.
Oh, you got 8?
9 total for me.
Okay, so I had bonus 6, so plus 6, 12.
Awesome.
All right. So
All right. So we'll note those
we'll
down,
note it down somewhere.
and then those are the rewards. There's no other rewards for this scenario. Sometimes other scenarios may grant rewards, but this one, I mean, what are you gonna? We got the loot that everybody else. We like pickpocketed all the corpses.
Yeah.
As much as we could. I wish we could have stuck around to do more, but I'm guessing the barkeep would have been pretty mad at us. I'm guessing that's the last.
Can't be mad at us. We might kill him. Kill all the other ones.
All right, well, that was pretty good. We all got our battle goals.
Yeah,
We slaughtered those guys.
absolutely.
I guess if we had let the enemies get one more kill, it would have been us versus the last monster.
And we could have just run
And
around.
we could have
getting loot
run
and
around a
stuff.
little bit, just dodging attacks.
Well, that's what I said.
But this was for the best. We
Yeah.
wanted to make sure we got it done.
And
What
it
if they
was-
somehow killed themselves?
it was
Walking
fun.
into
each
your
other at
trap,
the same time.
something. I guess you get credit for your trap. Maybe.
He does.
Yeah.
I think so, but if they die when it's not my turn,
Then you won't.
I don't think it counts.
Yeah, you'll get your experience, but you won't get
Right.
the kill credit.
Right.
Yeah.
So because enemies were dropping dead right and left, we didn't know what they were going to do. We had to take our kills when we had the chance.
Right. It's good. It's good to make sure we win. And yeah, we might have lost our battle goal.
Right,
if
we would have
did.
had to go
I might have
again.
lost mine. I would have probably had to run out there and start wailing on them because I'd be running out of cards pretty quickly. I was about to have to
True.
rest there, so
True.
it was good for me overall. And I still gained a decent amount of loot in the process.
Yeah, 4 is solid.
4 is definitely solid. Yeah, cool. So this is a good time. If you guys have any questions for us, feel free to drop them in the chat. I see Mortai has a good question here. What would you change in the second printing, or what would you add? I mean, I think the game is really a complete game. I'm looking forward to the XP and HP dials. I think
Yeah.
I agree that is something that needed to be fixed, and he's doing it. So it's, I mean, there's some clarifications in the rules that I think he's going to bake into the rules with this new printing, and that's important. We've had to refer to the official FAQ on Board Game Geek for a lot of different items, which is good. I mean, it's good that he's supporting the game and updating that all the time. Isaac Childers, the designer of this game, is really active in the forum, so if you ask him questions, he'll be there to answer for you, or there's a huge community of people who will be happy to help as well. But the fact that he's rolling all those changes into the reprint is awesome. I wish he was selling like a copy of all these mini-campaign scenarios, because he's not putting that into a book, but he is putting the solo scenarios into one book, which is awesome, and printing out the items. I'd say that's something that I would be excited for, but other than that, I have no complaints about this game. This game is awesome.
Yeah, it's already, even the base game is highly polished.
Yeah.
So it's great out of
My
the gate.
gripes are nitpicks.
I mean,
like,
the fact that this new version is just going to be even better and even higher quality is crazy good. But yeah, I'm definitely happy about those trackers. That is the number one best thing going in, and it's going to be just not that it's difficult to keep track of your health
It's not that this
experience
is bad,
now,
but
it works fine.
It's like not optimal.
But if it could
Yeah.
be better, why not? Why not take
Exactly.
the one mild annoyance of the game and just get rid of it entirely? Sure.
Exactly.
Let's go for the dream.
You got anything, Jason?
I would
Without getting into specifics of
Yeah.
spoilers.
I would take another look at career and personal goals, and maybe add some RNG to loot.
Ooh, that would be fun. RNG to loot, like how much you're getting, or maybe there's a dream
maybe you see
chance
like
you get like a dagger or
Yeah,
something. You
you
see
like
in-
a fat stack drop or something. And then,
that could be pretty fun.
You mean like off monster drops?
right.
Oh.
I don't care too
Ooh.
much about the treasure chests.
That'd be cool.
I like the treasure chests.
If there's a chance for maybe some items, not just money.
I don't mind items so much. I don't know. I would add a little bit of RNG, but
items can be
That
pretty
could be
powerful
interesting.
drops, but yeah, extra loot tokens could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
even then, it's like just a small thing. It's like
Yeah.
It's,
That could be interesting. Because that might affect,
your plays. If you aren't quite sure what a monster is going to drop, instead of knowing it's just going to be one coin, maybe it's really big and maybe you change your mind and start going for it. That could be interesting.
And I think your other concern is like the balance of personal quests in the game. We don't want to get too much into any details about the personal quests, but some people can retire much quicker than others, and because when you accomplish your personal quest, you retire your character. I mean, they're out of the game,
Right.
and you unlock some new content, and it's fun to make progress towards your personal quest. So I can understand if there's a little bit of imbalance, but at the same time, I think what's cool about that imbalance is it's going to be different for different groups out there. So if I talk to somebody else who's playing Gloomhaven, they might have completed that personal quest immediately. They might have done it very quickly.
Right.
And the ones that we accomplished quickly may have taken forever. So it's like really interesting. That's like the whole draw of a legacy game is how the world evolves, how your particular world evolves. And maybe while that can be a little bit frustrating in the moment, like there's also something cool and unique about that aspect of the game.
Yeah, there are a lot of decisions and a lot of factors that can affect how easy or difficult some of these battle goals are. So based on what you've unlocked, personal goals, based on what you've unlocked, it might be real easy.
Yeah.
But if you can't find what you're looking for, you might stumble a bit. But it's hard to say. You don't know what you're going to unlock next. You just have to keep exploring.
And I would never do away with those personal
know.
goals because I think they're really exciting and add a lot of story to it. I don't think you're intending to get rid of them either.
No.
It's just more like rebalancing. It sounds like Mortai says that its retirement is going to be rebalanced a little bit, so that's cool.
Oh.
Interesting.
In this next reprint?
It sounds like in the rule book, basically.
I didn't know that.
So I can go dig into the rule book and see what's changed. Maybe that'll help that a little bit.
Okay.
Cool.
That'll be interesting.
Cool. So if there aren't any other questions, I guess we're just going to wrap up here.
All right.
But we're excited to keep playing these, what are they called? Mini-campaign scenarios.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing another one on Friday, April 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you're here. We'll be going live right at 7 p.m. And I know Zakai's going to be missing, but we're going to have Ralph here instead, another one of my good friends, and should be a lot of fun. We'll probably re-roll some different characters so you guys can see how different characters play. There are 3 other characters that we haven't even played with today, so you'll get to see those in action, 2 of which we haven't even played at all. So it's going to be exciting to actually jump into those
Did you
and try
want
them out.
to do a quick vote on your next class?
Right, I think Jason is really interested in playing the Brute class. So I'm going to give the chat a chance to vote on
What you're going to play?
what I'm going to play, which are going to be between the other 2 classes.
Yep.
So the other 2 options are the Cragheart and the Mind Thief. Those are the other 2 options here.
Yep.
So I guess just toss it in chat. I think that's the easiest
Yeah, that's
way.
fine.
You guys can
You,
just
like,
vote.
Put their characters up on the...
Yeah.
So people-
Maybe you can get the Mind Thief out of the box there. It's the little brain symbol. But we can show that on the screen.
Do you want the
I just want this.
the
I think-
playmats? Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Mind Thief's got an early lead. Uh-oh.
And you guys can see this Cragheart
Crag just
miniature
got
here.
tied. Just tied.
Jason's done an awesome job with the painting, by the way. It's so good.
There you go.
Thanks. So there's the Cragheart. He's all about rocks. Basically.
He loves rocks.
Throws rocks around,
Ralph's
he blows
like-
them up, builds a wall.
Ralph's like, I
Right.
used the name of this ability. It's like, isn't that all of your abilities?
It's like, I use
Yeah.
stone
Ralph has been playing this
throw.
character a fair amount.
I
So
do
this
something
is,
with a rock.
this is the Cragheart here.
But he has a lot of interesting AoE effects as well. And he has lots of ways to deal bonus damage to enemies and allies.
Yes, that's a feature
So
of the class.
you gotta be a little careful.
And here's the Mind Thief. It's kind of like a roguish character, but it also has some cool like telekinetic powers. It can control swarms of rats, and it has a lot of kind of status debuffs
Yep.
that it can place on enemies to weaken them in different ways, and they get powered up by debuffing the enemies as well. So it's a really interesting class. We haven't tried it out yet, but
Yep.
could be exciting to do so next time, for sure.
Yeah.
I really wanted to do Brute Selemu because I really liked the way it painted. So
Eh.
I know you were also kind of thinking
I was
about
thinking
playing
about it
that as your first character class. We
True.
also today we played the characters that we're familiar with and that we played in the main campaign, so
Yep.
we kind of know how they work. But Mind Thief and
Brute.
Brute are kind of a little bit unknown, so it'll be fun to try those out as the campaign goes on. We'll probably keep switching. You know, if Zakai wants to try out the Mind Thief or try out the Brute, then he can have his turn too.
Yeah. We'll mix it up. Keep the scenarios interesting and
Keep
always
the parties
changing.
different, keep the player counts different, so you guys can experience the game in different ways. And then, of course, the scenarios are going to be changing every single time. Yeah, RPG Nut, these are things that have been painted by Jason. The miniatures do come unpainted, but Jason's painted for the first time here, so not to diss you or anything, but you don't have a lot of experience, right? Like, and you've learned over the course of a few weeks
yeah, you can look at Spellweaver and you
Yeah.
can look at Brute.
about painting. I mean, you're an awesome artist too, but like,
Yeah.
you haven't really done this kind of painting before, right? So, I mean,
So far they've come out
they've
really
come out
well.
awesome.
Yeah.
Don't be too afraid, and you can be creative about it. That's the nice thing about unpainted miniatures is that you can actually paint them yourself and make them unique and your own. And we see a lot of cool posts on Board Game Geek with people posting the painting of all their character minis, and they come out so differently but awesome. And that's the important
Yeah.
thing.
There's a lot of nice detail in the minis that you can work with if you want to. So, it's good stuff.
Exactly.
Brute was hella fun to paint.
Yeah, here's that Brute. I'll show you the Brute here. Big bad Brute that Jason's going to be playing next time.
To answer your question, Selemu, is back at the start of our campaign. I was debating between Mind Thief and Tinkerer. So I'm going to be out for the next couple of sessions, but when I come back, I'm probably going to want to try Mind Thief when I roll back in next week sometime.
We can give you dibs on that.
No, you guys can, by all means, you guys can play it.
No, we will.
But I'm saying next. Oh, okay. But when I come back in, I definitely am curious about that guy.
Yeah.
But that'll be sometime next week.
Yeah. Cool. Jason's Brute looks amazing. We're getting some awesome compliments for you.
Yay, people like it.
Yeah. I'm excited for you to get that guy going in combat.
14 for Spellweaver seems about right.
Am I doing an overview for all the starting characters, Deadwood? Great question. I will be. I'm not going to post them all at once. I'm going to release them over the course of the campaign slowly. So you could probably expect one for the next session. And, you know, I'll just kind of pepper them in as we're playing those characters, basically. So,
Sure.
you know, if based on what you guys voted for, which I don't know what ended up coming out the winner.
It's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
I see more Mind Thieves.
I think Mind Thief
There's
might have
some
won.
rogue stuff
I
there.
don't know. Cragheart was.
Cragheart got a
There's
couple
some
votes.
Crags. Make Ralph the Mind Thief.
I'm sure he'd play it. You can always pin that on him.
Good. I don't know. We
Very
need more
nice
votes.
looking minis. Good job, Jason, says
Thank
Ace
you,
of
Ace.
Death. Awesome. Mortai likes the Mind Thief. Tinkerer for Alucard. I mean, I'll play the Tinkerer.
Tink
That's
is
fun.
fun. I
But
like
these are the
Tink.
two options you have because we want to rotate and mix things up a
Right.
little bit.
Scoundrel.
Please no. He's just.
Defiant Ketchup.
Please don't.
Always.
Don't put that evil on us.
Always and forever.
I'm okay playing.
This is
it.
He's
our
okay.
one chance.
I think these
This is
guys-
our one chance to
don't
not have him be scoundrel.
I'm giving you guys the chance to be free of me.
We're under duress.
Yes, we're just wrapping up here. Divine Ketchup, Scoundrel's awesome. I've been playing a lot of Scoundrel, and it's good fun, especially when you
Yeah.
literally have 13, 14. How many items am I on now?
All of our
14,
gold.
15
All
items.
of our gold.
And a
items.
ridiculous amount of gold.
He has his own item shop that he opens up when he gets back to town. He's like, what do I take this time?
Pretty
Okay,
much.
and then-
The
and
funny thing is you're not exaggerating.
I'm not.
No, not at all.
He has to make decisions
Each
on his
time.
items.
It's the actual truth of the situation.
And then I have like 2, and I can't afford more.
Like, these are my clothes. It's like,
Yeah.
That is
So if you like buying all the stuff, play Scoundrel.
yeah. Basically, if you want loot,
Yeah.
play Scoundrel. As I showed you earlier, the Swiftbow card is the card for getting that done.
And that was a mild use of that card.
That was very mild.
Can I talk about some slightly advanced things
Sure.
with it that I've seen? So one predicament that happens is, say there's an enemy.
Well, I'm not on the
Oh.
camera, but let's okay, you
All right,
good.
say this guy here, say he's standing on a loot, which happens. What do? You either have to kill him, and then you can go get the loot. But you could use a loot card that lets you do an AoE loot. But with Swiftbow,
Some sort of
movement
Yeah.
ability like jump. There are
Yeah.
boots that we saw in the shop at level 1 that let you jump.
Yep.
He can just sort of fly around through an enemy, steal the loot from under him, and then go on his merry way.
But what's amazing about the card is you can not only get the loot, but you can do attacks and things too.
Right.
It's a movement card. It's not just loot. So you're like, while you are like scooping up a lot of loot and gaining a huge advantage, and your allies aren't able to get any of that loot because you're super greedy and it's an amazing feeling, you still can attack things. And that's the
Right.
important thing. You can
get-
still get in position,
It's loot and positioning all in
Yeah.
one.
which
Yeah.
is what the Scoundrel wants to do. It wants to get in position and wail on things.
Yep.
And grab some loot along the way. Why not? Snatch up some things.
Why not?
It's a very efficient way of gaining loot, I should really say, because other classes just don't have access to that kind of positioning plus loot gain.
It's true.
I'll actually take, I don't know, for like the question earlier, it's like, what would you actually look at or like want to change? Like, I've never taken a loot card and been like, I don't know, maybe loot cards need.
Loot cards need a
Loot
buff.
cards.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never,
do you
like a card with
Sounds
like
like
loot on it.
someone's not greedy enough. That's
mean
what
the
it sounds like
chests?
to me.
I guess I don't know.
You mean
No,
the
like
chest,
no,
or-
like a card that says loot on it,
Oh man.
Cards.
like an ability card that says loot, like loot.
Oh, sorry.
I would
was
say-
thinking. Okay, I got you.
I don't know. Like I've actually never really been like, oh, I should bring the loot card. It's more like I'll just stand on whatever I get, but who knows? maybe other classes have better loot cards than me.
There can be some big AoE loot, but part of the problem is that we always have been playing with a Scoundrel. So whenever you think, oh, this is a good opportunity for me to do some loot, I'll just go medium or late in the round and get it all.
It's
The
already
loot's already gone. There's no loot. The reason our loot cards are worthless
It's because of him.
is because of him. 100%.
So this is why Scoundrel's not on the list for him.
So that's the problem. I don't know. I've never played of my loot abilities because every time
that
there's
personal
nothing
goal.
there.
What's my highest crit been? Probably around like 20 damage.
Yeah, I think with Scoundrel you've hit 20.
I think I've hit 20, maybe a little more, but I think 20 might be the highest.
I think that was that the day where like poison crit damage or like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
remember
like
that day, I
poison crit with smoke bomb double damage, because smoke bomb allows
Yeah.
you to deal double damage while you're invisible, and
oh yeah.
feels amazing. And with like
Yeah.
a card like the Eagle Eye goggles, which you guys picked up for this scenario, you can ensure advantage to make sure you don't miss,
Yeah.
or you make sure you get that crit in.
Definitely.
So it's pretty cool.
Yep.
All right, so I think it was a pretty, I don't know, it might be a tie between
it
Mind
was
Thief
hard.
and Cragheart. So we'll just have to play it by ear, and I'll figure out what to do for next time. But thanks for watching, guys. This was really fun. We're going to continue to do this. There are 9 more scenarios to play through,
Yep.
and we'll do it with varying player counts. We'll do it with different characters and stuff. And if you guys want to make any suggestions along the way, definitely let us know. We're always looking for improvements for the stream. We're always looking to try to help you guys learn the game better. And we just want to make this an awesome community experience. So, thanks for watching, everyone. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for hanging out. Go vote!